Edition of Pure Sports. Here transisi ana jesa gudu nsem di ofere amoro ne nyina no yabo abo ne nyina no ere ba besom atiefo na ye kwa amoro ne kofa amoro ne nsem nyina ere ba ye sanso eba fie na afefie nkomo nso no yaba ne yaba bedi nyina ye kamano pai yaba de ka kwa amoro ne sade nhehye no esi etie ne akwa sade de ma esi ewa amoro ne ye wo league matches ahodo a egusu a ekos invade no a matches ni bi ekos ko eye the Spanish La Liga enra game back ekos so and Premier League and also about one game. The other games and also about so Nyame Aduma free and ekosi Juada nani na hon komo yeba be any other stories ewa monone nsema good day nsem ena yabo abo anu a ye de be fie so aserem di kaka no yebe din community enso e fie the Black Stars of Ghana ye new head coach Carlos Queiroz and the backroom staff and na omo Accra Sports Room juma be no mkodi ye e wo the Accra Sports Room e won komo no e ba no pay e wo juma di se na watwi mu de e free Thursday Wednesday anwumre e de ba Thursday ba nyina no komo no e ba yagudem nsem wo fie de nyina no e coach Carlos Queiroz and e ye ne mranche no na chiso mo nsem no egiso a e koso a na ye be key highlights points to be coach ne ba ye nsem a waka Niama Ghana for expected from no questions a corner so a quite of us a year in Yano. Yaba sounds as young to be Niakopim Jimuna. And not Chamo air catch was a former South African air coach, Piso Mesomani, and so Ebechimu said the Ghana Football Association a contatino Emra. Na ye pe coach no before said the appointment of Carlos Queiroz Ebano wom e contatino no opinion achim dientia na office Black Stars adwuma enye attractive to him anti amano odimunchimu enso ede aba yebeko na yakwakuti na yebara said niema enso esie kwenim se Ghana ewa yonkofa kese ba ko ebeko so yere mayiko na sa game no Christian Ameyehu se date na nkasa enfole ewo FIFA international friendlies no na evika beto ya say likely say Black Galaxies and I said you can say local Black Stars no wam and we kwakobo sa match the report say two players omusi omakan edema Barcelona Athletic Abrantier friend said David Odru and Abdulaziz Isa likely says our two players nebeka Tima yedeba kwakobo sa match against Mexico no wam everything could be signing chemono Esiete yatransi yarahun semina eba no pay ewo aye dwadi so na yabara the national under 17 enso egoma ho boaso nra yenya mampanyi ba eye Sharaf unse oye into sports enya boxing nko eba aye football so our attention for aye football ra okosra the under 17 aye players no na nsamba eno no mu enso kokaye de hun sem eba no pay ewo aye show no so Ghana Premier League ene hun sensem no coach Jay Sapon akasa osi Ghana Premier League no first round pe and I league ayebo no crap on say about first round we are diaka no we ka sentibi aha bibia to see na ye be training chire no Kumasi Asante Kodoko in search of a new chief executive officer na reporter yenya and Asante Kodoko supporters egusu a lobby ewo a board level say I was say Oma supporters so say I was Oma supporters and Sunya Chaka and as a Chaka and was the appointment of a CEO Edema Club no na yebe pa Nyame admo chena ewo bekwai as gold a O for Ashanti Gold 04 omo ehwe nim say Nyame admo chena omo be win game no near crown omo champions say from that zone omo na qualify aba Ghana Premier League no ne said the almost all about ACTA ahead of side given and some of P and an opay atrasia yebefia yebeba niabedin komara for you atrasi Sir Christian adu say atrasi Maxwell Nana Asian and so atrasia yebabedi ejwani Jacob achusabe a chief producer Bright Owusu and so territory sounds so ana ejare a trend and a fake Clifford Murina airborne pay and yedi shown ediaba Chairman BKB and so away chile or Sibia, Ebitu Ayakama Bedin, and Andrew Sowushu, Ubetia Frame and Decastas. I don't pay Yaman Como and Far Good Winsem. I'm on any field yena. Yea, Eba, Mamma Beja Falca, Banafino, Yen Shasi, and Kedangum, Emma, and Yagana Funina. In fact, Medica Casa, much as Nidia, if you hold your room, na ye di nkominim se yenwie eye matches no ho nkobo no na fe se obeye investment na obehu ba bia odi investment no enso ebetumi afanyina kama Sir Christian, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Andy.
Na bibia boko.
Oh, nkakra sie guswa yeko enti nyamene yemboafo.
Fantastic.
Nyamene di echi ade aba bedru.
Fantastic. And
the last Saturday of April.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there, why are you laughing?
Nasa me now the makers. How they come as?
And then the last Saturday of April.
Auntie before before you think I've taught until they
Friday. Friday.
Calculation.
Try April na we ntinyame adoma last Saturday of April. Adwuma ye next week near see another month nyame de atwa April we are and was o de retwa May empire buy ba no yeguso yeko
and I don't know we can answer who chance ya was
some bisa my catcher say some night said I am bisa such a more bisa fine because when you I won't knew I will to me then one me but then I will be to me I obey okay median and then I'll be to me I would can
only me to from ba
me found to for only say you know I love you my younger brother you know I love you so much but I question will be for me I think this is you
say
me and then I'll be to me yeska or then I think
second na mini bia metwe lead because my lead one watch is campaign
say me nka say ko lead me simply jiska
say baby adun die o he bia lead an go wan say one lead aji o
but the lead am na aji campaign
say na dey nyina
is the meto from zipa
how to for me
yeah na boys so mo mpede o ye me no
sao when you bomb
ferry into no man kan chon
enye bomb
on is me ferry into no man kan chon
sa omo ferry
enra nipa
me omo ko ge ho no omo ferry
nipa na ko wan ko be ka chon DJ give enra
ono amma okay
no akudi
but they know I love you why not enti me feel unti na me yo sa anye say
do sheda
me sheda
also you know
na see it me sheda ya de esa de nipa de dia
o sheda say Chelsea players no
omo de o massa sa se bombo enro ba wan ka Chelsea asebebo dia ese onti se ma ka Chelsea wan sam fa message am money for the man na sam Bertrand say me ni Christian he say la me je ballon d'or si head on je dia omo so be lusu sa se aka say Saka 5 matches to go for 5 matches to go until omo be lusu for no more anyway
na anope baby and na me person ye hye nkomo twetwe na sifri no enra this story and on the media menim samutimi monitor kakra with Emmanuel Eboue ne aware nsem sisi aware ni wo bi but uti enra nkomo na Eboue edia ni nyina no ka about nsia no wo afie miensa wa London ni nyina akodi oba na ono ne ware ne ho enkwada ono mo ewo ehon nsem ne kasa no wo nyina no ahye wo lusu ni nyina one part I think say ono ankasa personally had me say I realize ya come here say papa no mo ma ebebo no say dodo na no family no na act as agents e dia mo ma no sika no ya no mo bi nko emfa baabi omo ayi bia but Eboue din komo no che say ade wa kwa ha ne say for nearly 5 years in nema oni access to the kids no na otimi request ewo mo ma me no hokra say on send nkola picture emfa emma no hu at least baby ankra no said o munyine mu esietie o be send message no the message will be read but then a blue tick ye man response the hello cry send and saying neba boy akọ sign contract at the Chelsea and who said about the sign my Chelsea on the internet. And about no for frab a crown Saturday no because we are former footballer you know na or track crown bobo na or see a drew be an senka or no papa or nenka crown or church and because no he's been there in terms of football he's been there come church and a bano nenka what's we are trying the ball no at least of person bear in a bano but he's been denied access to Sadibano. Kwa crown signing contract for Chelsea. Ya amona mani ma amena friend an ka bibi crunch no ohu ya ne said the media no sustain ba no the man some Bori Piapa. I signing contract and my Chelsea. Greece and sir, footballers and almost story with you. I'm so Naba. In fact, any footballers in Kwa. But we know Akwakoye Eboue. You say, in line with how Juma we see. What's the same will be a foot on Sacrenipa, and they will learn through the hard way. And this hard way is no Bema Omoma can be swinged. Yakachne was a Ukrum Petekra Dunama and the Bika Mewa. Say, boy, Ewarini Krumunia. I had there and Kankorani in Krum for. I had there and Kadamani in Krum for. Now you're gonna need Menkasa Waribuni and ye Obian any preference. But oh, ye bear man now, Kwari Bruni, Nani Brunini, who ever Obi Manswa. And this Emresusa Betina Krumasia, Unkwana Oba. About a Belgian. Madam, me footballers in a referee. You knew animal muti or Muabuchi, Binma Waribruni. Oh, you're gonna near one day, won't even trouble forever. One day you may decide, say, enough is enough. Me Bessie, me Bettina. Eh, because was if you come. And in Korana, while new Babu near Wono, Krana Yera, Omunsi Gana Hebi, Omuni Mamenatana, Omuma Bium. Ah, Minimobia and Mammy Frenny Tunufo. Catherine is a Unibrunia Womiensa. Pegana Nini. Pegana Niba, Pegana Nini. Asa Grasa, Papariti, and no Bogan and Niba could to actually. Papa ni Emre, Odi be 70 years, or say Bruchi, on Timmy Metina Bimuno, Nibano woni Ghana Hasino, and Behe Papano, Omoma Caninama. Omakao. Omuye citizens. And I'm telling you, they will not come. Some say, me say, close to 100% of Ghana for a near Brofwa won Korani Makruma. Now, say Jaribesha, a Jaribet me faster. And Comian show Bana, a boy wareno. So most of them a worry ma, a man in power mo because of ball or mubuntra. See a born if a boy ho. Neje a boy and Cassagina ho as a person. Now a boy when your footballer now approaches our banner and incubate you. So baby choose you because of what you do. And now what you have and that the way you won't be beam and I the crown I into the watchino a free winsa and decide that I want to so bano. And young footballers, no, Utromo for Muntie, high time women, Abrofoma, out him say Broni Bayer, or General way I would do or watchy. Say, never now, any popularity of a clear woman somewhere. Under normal circumstances, all friends are brooding across only needing command and the onion home to you. Ben no mope. Eboue Balini. Yeah, that's the girl. Nidina na pese minya nidina correct demo. To wow hear me Facebook. Fano Aurelie Bertrand. Wow hear me Facebook. If football is free Buintem. Never a boy as a person. Gina ho. Now I approach you about here and the original on anything come up. Senegal for player. Crepin theatre. So does Brunisa. Nimber Besson.
Is that Venice also Brunica?
Virginia.
Venice.
In Free Africa.
But at least also your black sir.
Moko mapa, Mumpe Musono die. Only the other pictures of Mumpe Musono die.
we ya odi ochi nyina no no fa ne ho adwene odi ochi nyina no na wo fa ne ho adwene say this day will come na saa da ne ba obetake advantage obola wabo ne wiase nyina no andi oba we na bedi ho mfaso sisi na abrofo no mo ya abrofo no kra ne didi omo abrofo no mo ya abrofo no e ma ne bi didi omo andi won kai ranges ne iri nya asem no divorce onim how much it cost here ranges otu around 40 million pounds ono ye boni so ne kofa ninia kitwa ho sem ba ya awade ba ye ne ire no ne friend say Christy Cook omuja awade no sika e cost air rangels no 40 million pounds. West Brown Esia Kanima Manchester United. Osia Kanima Manchester United a ball of boy no 1 year after divorce. Now West Brown are filing for bankruptcy. West Brown ball of boy no. Ultimate can't say Wenyeska. Because you play for Manchester United, a high-paying club. But of filing for or call divorce, 1 year later, now Branch of West Brown are filing for bankruptcy. Theory on read as we because of why theory on intra. Mekai say around 2007, on a Nicole Mary divorce no musuko ye wieni nyina no nesika efi fieri wori ho e ko ba no no 10 million pounds. Omomuti in Facebook no, they can give us several examples.
Yeah, I've seen a lot messages for
David James. Sa goalkeeper no. Ono oko divorce mu wie no. Now also first they turn personal properties to be able to even survive. Abrante fan Iron Mike Tyson. Boxing or boy yen nyina no ade ba ko e bread ase divorce. Maso de so no dey boxing there no mo a. The first divorce was to Robin Givens in 1989. Andy, back in 1989, now we have 10 million pounds. Back in 1989, the first divorce now costing around 10 million pounds. The second divorce, 2003, to Monica Tenner. Monica Tenner so no oni ni wie bibia no efi obade giye no Andy obetimi akobe about nko be 10 asa ultimate SSF fie no
bo ni ho
be 10 obade gi fie no esa gi sika 6.5 million at that time. Now what happened most cases no omo register properties omo yinum di yinum no divorce ba they lose almost everything. The suspect say, "On say yawo." Okasano, o si ni fie se no si e.
O si fie 3 or London,
I suspect say or register fie ni obari dim.
At time no so no bon why busy ntino bibia.
Oba so de sa fa ni hu ni ntin ya we shahano I register, shahano I register or probably no or register every single property obani dim. Abrofo ni mra no enye that wicked. Some year my bomb ball, not properties registered in my name. Me, I didn't mean sending anything. Baby, I'm not sure. Bianca Betty Baku, and I'm new media more banning Quarano, Baba could be the Quebec on them.
So, cash,
and I'm sure every single property beyond a fin inside the Acomobano, properties are one, you know, quite register those properties and body dim. Giovanni did too much. Didn't be Biamo Bano and then an any. Me say, where the Eboue Diano? Any Hakimi Diano? Obian for the Hakimi way. So the also Bruni Nape. Naba Wari Brunia. properties in Andy. Ye be okroma say register that some of the properties, in the name of your relatives. Because that be ba broni ba no e beji ni nyina firi nsem. Okoma pa ne wonya bia. Andy no ampe wo so. Yen footballers no omukosi akan wa abrochire no epema e ma ne buru omuso. And some money be omachi because of the football. The day you lose that football, that is the very day they will start planning how they are going to leave you. Ajuma oye, so baby do what because of radio here. Sao bano, dream mienu. Ada be free radio issue no, obano only what you because he is there because of the radio. Me say, me chef footballers ni bi no moyere no mo a. Usha as a person, any obano wodi na china. Utimi busa say there be entino say football ni honum enen ka bia wo ye mechanic. Anan bia dia andi wo ye Uber driver bia. Sa oba we o freda ni nko beba. Ba sa ma ni footballers ni pre. Nti Eboue o say ni life no akwa say asa afi no be start all over again. It is a one day be so ya Ivorian.
Yeah.
Na Eboue ka se be ba betene fia and in family ni wan. Onimba. Nire. No betena Ivory Coast. Lonely man. Why had depression kwa bekum? Me dey me see more personal experience e fie na see ye. Wa brofo mankwa. Chi ne tena se ka kire se ko baby a wonam na hotoro. Na abedi 70 years abeba fie no. A oba betena no. Sa brofo mana wa wo no. Obia no wachi magana ase.
Once Felix ade abe text him say atizigi where do you say wiki ye muzuna atizigi so worry bruni koko
the whole worry omo no problem. But Andy, for we any Ashraf Hakimi die no. For example, money ba ko ntete ho. Money ba ko ntete ho because this abrofo man they will exploit you at your weakest moment.
My messages now, but they say I am married to a white lady for 21 years, and also no money now is so just now. Omo free. I mean him. Running omo ankasa business any day, but everything is cool. Omo bagana twice. Omo no omo bang. Bagana twice every year. There are exceptions. Ebi mo honma e work mo omo. But ebi so honma.
They are still together until my divorce im na no mo had here.
Listen.
Yeah, Andy.
This is a story of Emmanuel Eboue.
Oh, Eboue one time. No ni mbobo. O say nkunkra na friend is Eboue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mamen kan Felix message you never audio. Bro say those of us who have kids with Ghanaian women cry, our kids are lost. We bring them to Ghana when they are kids, but when they grow, it takes grace of God for them to want to come to Ghana. Max,
no currently say our ready but I say because one about our yankopon and I'll read these scriptures now say the nyame boy be all say eye but also what I say but emu nyame boy dia adena enkawa nipa to me say no one me adwene so one me adwene okay yenhwe yensuo na ya say na ehwane boy
nipa ya
say nyame ne boy ye forest na ye buku ne de ye gam say ni ade nyina aye nyansuo no one boy nyame my forest or my nsuo bibia but nipa to me say de nyame aye and this asem no kaso de nyame aka bia no ntumi nyahwe it's not true. It's a yango so boni pasa ne saso nti wan kasa nipa out won we nyame nti na utumi take away utumi de ye de awpe de awompe nyame nkum anasema make am it's like God gave you talent Sandy you'll be on the radio to become massive but he decided to pursue a different thing altogether obviously nyame ka cho say China kwa yewe no exactly so you'll be a permanent at the end of the day you go on account but just what you say the problem ni nyina ne say why mona saadi we to omo pa eya ye bi before meboa pa o nye se bi nto ye pa all say Africans Indians
Chinese and the Western world no nyankopon na ne nyansem no or culture or the ma obia culture na yesani ye my way of doing things simple or the obia de man enti uhu ade bia utum say Chinese ni mebo uhu nyoma utum say we there before uhu we utum say we Western world but what you say nyame na nyansem no de man yo na because say omo colonize ye nyina we no the Chinese and the Indians have gone back to the culture God gave them. But the black people no ye who your culture and say ni na ye bosom e ade enye. Until before they be bia ye bosom. Ono so onim hwe about spirituality so onim de bia nso be bia obeja Jesus ya before ye trouble onim onsuan onim hwe bandi asemba oti baby ekron kwa ye kan wasem onko hoda. Obetumi aka asem na kon ntokwa say before problem. And certainly the problem is that before culture no ya to atwene any ye pese ye fa bro for the chenchenan and ne before problems because marriage no a cultural majority say enye religious it's oko bro ni kro be bi wo kro mo nkwa asori dem ba so mo tumi ware it's a marriage enye religious say wo say religious or mo nkwa asori say mo tumi ware nya better marriage e mo so kwa asori so mo ware e engina. It's a marriage, a culture. Into we bibini, I saw worry before I worry. And yes, like I saw worry bibini, but I saw worry before I worry. Brony I worry, and can be chance some ways to be brave. And let's check this one out. I saw for no so more Ghana, Hane African, almost Udienga, or Moncano correct. And the moment I'll be cast who best you the Albecas on Cano Creno, then Omo will start to attack you. Meanwhile, we are ignorant or and why am I saying this? Sankia Pepa, Tete Namo, and the no mon ordinance marriage be anamebo. No mon court be uncle sign bibia. I saw them crown no mon tanko. Banso or my worry and fan compare, they said the in our agina. Ain't your mutu for be a guyanina youth in the so anyway. And this is the point. The entire Abronia and as ordinance marriage, I said no 50-50. Okay. Ain't it some colony a home or Barney a 50 bear money 50 near their home. Sawarian will be a 50 be a 50-50. Ain't it our rainy gua near tech the moyen. But over here be before Diana, and yes, sanity. Bearman a hoba. Bearman a hema. Or some cry your friend is saying, Nasa one or Ren contafo, meboa. Ana Andy Meba. Now, our real so called Jaya, I will say, a new man of wine on sign 50 more, banjo ban or wedding. No, or would your 50 because of my bro for a 50 no munadi and your muja no much, but here the ending is sanity. Ain't in Sandy, me much of my co-warrior baby. Mina me fan hoka. Me henkola, me be as I read my many adina, ye be Jaya, I will say, a Japadiano or major half. No, a before the entesa. It is a woo crowd ye. Bibini bearman out here, some men okay, a woo behem collar, I heard ye, I refuse, I be beyond our baby beer, ye rear saw babajab, and nuntia, my young girls need be subbing predators or moon Jimmy, or moon's young answer, on Perry, I on Namosa, and yes, a bearman be bewarino. Until that's now, I know, and I am a minimum so count no move pium copeska, and to bet now 1 2 hour magi or per in your magic. Into the opera before member young address here, but worry before worry near as a man on which we can know. They can't say no. But Yenny also saw Moswamandi or Moyesa. And finally, the attendant said one. Most footballers or players are not athletes, they are unintelligent. And the most, they are unintelligent. And they go and take ladies who are intelligent or open-minded than them.
I say, I saw for the Naka.
If you are in a better media, I can say, I saw for the I saw for the can of credit. Ebinum as ebi e hwan mo na we hwan se binum ebinum ye hwan mo bodi hwan mo awon ade bia ne se de o papa de o boni ye bi mo wonu ma omo ye niema ne kwan so what I say omo kan asem ne se di siti ebi so wonu ma odd team asem no minim dia maker ordinance marriage na ye na nye bibini marriage nyame na ne nyansem no de bibini culture of marriage ba nje omo ko 5 free omo dia besa nkola no ko ye ka obi ebi mo wan. And the what's master me say Obian challenge me and before your culture. The way India for worry different from the way Chinese for worry. The way Chinese for worry is different from the way your friends African as a blacks worry. And also different from whites. Just accept it. But why is it that our priests are telling us to by forcefully go with that of the whites? Why do they? That is the point I'm making. You can't go to Ebia Chinese. Now can't say Ebia the way Africa and I say Europeans why no and no jintum or Chinese or no moye or mo priest or sa Buddha they will not accept it. But here that is the standard. Mebo andi catch them. Enti Sandy so only me be ya adwampa cho so wutie me a. Aware ya ji ofie and the end the eji wa so de dey na egu pa. Mbacho ya honest for me. Enye the same as of ya. But so it was a mechanical the moment I'll be raising our topic, you know. Those under them no they can't but no. Mijina baby mijina. Me say most players are unintelligent. And they go for women who are open mind or might be they can't match up. So we are bema so we are intelligent. No, but mentally matured. And two, players are ungrateful to a lawyer. Andy, what it means is that if you're known the best at saying what born out to that level, massa kasa de bem what you kasa to that level, or what born out to one level. But what I say, or do level as scanning, but Andy no a push wedge and say, nebia wakofa say Christian. For all you know, Ebia say Christian ain't Nino at heart. But Ebia say Christian is there because of what he might not give him the best of advice. And also another area a have players no. And finally, Andy, so you nipa now you're too good at they will use you. But what me agni? Say nipa you're too good at. They bet to know I can assemble no back and yen to mean can't robi. And now you're too bad and so handy. Also nya courtesies. Enti nipa why yes we too good and yes we too bad. Every crab boy or nyere but or wakuma pano you good they will use him. But what's my argument I say? And now you're too bad and so people will also give you chance and opportunity. Nipa men ye too good, men ye too bad. A big crab me max or me wandi. A be am ye too bad, a be am ye too good. It's still a bad thing. Because if Andy who said max or you too good assembly be a one you be too many American, too many Christian assembly. But you'll be bold to tell me. And I don't mean arguing. Ebia Musa and you too good. I did be a met to me the iron mean to be fine a Christian. Ebia some Musa you too bad. Men ben. But Ebia me ben one and Kadebi or many and so be near the front. Nipan you have to be and just so you're too good. You should be good. Much what I say. Why when you're too bad? Also when you're too good. And now the baby or also me boy has uncle for the baby home could be home bedroom. Hey, Kaka, you because Obani say Kaka, you're too good. For you too good into Wajano. Kaka, you're too good into Wajano. Oh, as I make a throw. Sana, you're too bad, and so they will despise you. Now we come on Andy, the bigger lesson is that the you be fear ye, say you be fear. No correct. Obi so wari bro nyama bro na bo na sanete pa anna na make obi so wari bibi nyama bibi ni nkunu yeah the make nyina ne say o de obe wari bro ni na ne be tena abukire ho abobra enya properties ni nyina wa abukire ho exactly properties no and ye bi wo ha say expect the worst that when the worst happens or an escape route. But how do bibia investment any bibia kwa buchiri wono mo a Andy so see and Eboue si dan mi nu Ghana Africa any kroma enka oba de babaji obabaji what's the kura na ade mama me do why wani me say obi kura chiro Facebook say Hakimi de ne Hakimi faces law. This guy this funniest TikToker Kabi. Yeah. Oh, the story of Kabi. A quick one on this now for Yanko Farmer on Instagram. Kabi story. Kabi reportedly sold his image right for $975 million. Then months later, his wife filed for divorce, allegedly unaware he had placed all his assets under his father's name. She was later ordered to pay him for $10 million. Exactly. Instead. This guy was Odo Bana ye bibia manu hwene kama adibi na awa no ato ache no ubetime sifia wusia na de che no nimse wo de che no but dwe wangasa won so ho say ada the worst case scenario be si no and you won konko chire wo
Young family name Samno and Twaso our pure 95.7 of Yabasa Banafin Kobono, Yadiakam and Swadaba Oko Aya stories in my Ra, Ewa Aya Premier League game between course on the Bobo Francis Sunderland and Robert Nafi, Emma Nottingham Forest Ebershine 5-0 and on Adia Kosun was a first time Nottingham, early game by 4 goals to 0. Second half no, Aya 90 plus 5 in the center branch here, your friends Elliot Anderson call 5-0 and on Aya Sadia Hunsimesi at about 11:30 Fulham Aston Villa, Sounds and Liverpool and Crystal Palace at 2 p.m. West Ham United, Everton 2 p.m. Wolves and Tottenham Hotspur at 2 p.m. Arsenal and in Newcastle at 4:30 p.m. and a Shaggy Rochester Manchester United as a Monday and a United and Brentford match and with Newcastle update no yeah there was some Ebamu Elwood Medina another pay and edit so ko a table no so yeah the camp area say table no so Manchester City 70 points one early the Arsenal 70 one toss Manchester United 58 one toss Aston Villa toss 58 Liverpool toss 55 points Brighton and a toss in 50 points Bournemouth a toss and so 49 points Chelsea a toss almost 48 points and Diaba the other one some Ebamu Elwood Medina Mami Fawe and together Oko Spanish La Liga na Edra Bobo Conference Betis at Nafi woman Madrid game 1-1 and we have Vinicius Junior goal 17th AM in the minimum 90 plus 4 and a Hector Bellerin ever take Anima Betis Ebobukono and I said the Winsum Isiatana Deportivo Alaves Eba Mallorca Hatefi and a Barca winner not just a Barca champions of La Liga and edit Valencia Girona Samsung Atletico Madrid and Bilbao Atletico Madrid one and Bilbao and Besiaka Wachina Rayo Vallecano Ebo Sociedad Real Oviedo Ebo Elche Osasuna Ebo Sevilla Villarreal and Celta Vigo Monday and Espanyol Omoni Levante Barca LED table no 82 points Madrid etosumi no 70 4 points Villarreal etosumi 62 Atletico Madrid etosumi 57 Betis and etosumi 50 points and Hatefi etosumi Insia one 40 points and no the other one some Mamu and Jumede Sena Uko Italia Mami Fentugas and Rake Betimi Kosono Bobo Conference and Napoli Tenefi almost 9 Emma Cremonese one and Scott McTominay go Kevin De Bruyne go Santos Enzo go Onko Bakum Sobekao and Parma and Pisa Bologna Ebo Roma Hellas Verona and Lecce Wachana and Fiorentina Sassuolo Genoa Body Tiacomo Sansona Torino and Inter Milan AC Milan and Juventus and Dachana 6:45 and a Samach and Ever Monday Cagliari Calcio woman Atalanta Lazio Ebebo Ediatia Udine and Sadia Hunsim Asiatia Inter Milan Egusomo Giligano 78 points Napoli etosumi 69 points Milan etosumi 66 points Juve etosumi 63 points Como Ebetosunum 58 and Roma etosu Asia woman 58 points Atalanta etosu and so 54 points and Sadia Hunsim Asiatia Ewa Germany and game and so baso Emma Club from Leipzig Omotenafi Esha 3 Emma Union Berlin woman etima we say Leipzig team no woman and so qualify Ewa Europe and Sadia Hunsim Asiatia table no the attempt and it's a club yeah, from the Bayern Munich, Wamu Aji League in 79 points. Samsung and Dortmund, it was 64. Leipzig, it was 62. Stuttgart, it was 56 points. Hoffenheim, it was 54 points. Leverkusen, it was 52 points. And Sadia Hunsim Asiate, Woko, a French League number, and Kakatuabi, Nanka, a long still, one Elusugi. When we say at the time, now I'm going to by 3 goals to no, I'm going to press the game now. Brest at taking 3 goal lead. Nemum, Lons, Eba Teteka, Emma 3-3. Leon Ebo Oxen, Angels, and PSG, and Tulu, and Monaco, and only table. So PSG about 29 games, almost 66 points. Lons about 30 games, one was 63 points. Leon and so 54, Lille 54, Rennes 53, Marseille 52 points, Monaco 50 points, about 7, and later Seba, the other one some Emmanuel Eboue Medina Sarape, Mami Fawe and to say Oko other games now, and Upiamo and so matches ever so any bia mame fanto is uko England FA Cup semi-finals and Manchester City one and Southampton and 4-15 and a game and so much Manchester City so a final game FA Cup no and Ochina and Chelsea Leeds and so Manchester City winner ebesia Chelsea winner and later server yada some ebamu and so jumado zero stories nemo na yeni komo enro uko La Liga ni Madrid ekobo draw na edin sampi enso na diaba so Barcelona winning na one the points gap no 11 na just Barca enso confirm omo another championship no enum said the hunsem enso siete mame Real Madrid team the last 6 matches we are Madrid supporter onya happy because so we Madrid wo konampa na ye be league no now the last 6 matches are Madrid for abo in all competitions ebi Champions League no would say the last 6 no Madrid are winning only one and poor and so the Madrid team no winning just 1 match out of the last 6 one lose 3 and draw 2 and advantage Barcelona and said some city yet so picture na fam wa mama fan to say come Madrid in sense no make catch no say enra Betis for no take 90 plus 4 minutes and no matter o say easy way the last 2 months Madrid no goals ama concede ye through 90 plus minutes but the last 2 months no wamu concede bi just makumako no ya makumako enum so 5 times and a Madrid for I concede goal the 90 plus minutes what I say and some 6 times you know against Bayern Munich enom ayatia ya the some ebamunti ha dwene pa Madrid game no yempoya omo enso entimi enyina enom said the hunsem esitie mame Real Madrid players no enra omo musia kan edema Madrid tuna after the game empenifo mekotena La Liga television wamu enso akabipa ede Madrid team no na omo si emfantu ga say we ya Real Madrid supporter they also no and some Madrid boboko no omo ntimi defend Awesome Madrid, Camilla Quest, goalkeepers, and save Madrid. Na ya real game, Madrid ebe winia, not to Courtois, a man of the match. Uber we have a game, no Courtois, Ameki a saves, crucial. That's a 5, a 6 in a single game. A choice of Madrid, a defender, no, Ariama and our firm. 10 via born a Madrid players, Neswa, woman and 20 defender, a rental France, a fellow Mendinum, Antonio Rudiganum, a Dean Hansenum. Sounds a bit of some Trent Alexander-Arnold, Danny Carvajal, Frank Garcia, and Alvaro Carreras. So, I would defend here. Woman to mean defend ye. 10 Biaro, say goalkeeper, and so unsavvy situations. I'm a club now, not just a Madrid concede goals. Only Real Madrid team say, over the last time a Madrid able gamer, Oman concede goal. This season. Camilla Quest the last 15 matches game yano Madrid concede goal and La Liga TV one panel members say Madrid a type of defender no amateur level na keepers and save boboko no and said the hunsem ACLT na abranche France Kylian Mbappe and Mbappe and game the last 10 minutes Mbappe ebanche the meti and it's almost Mbappe as suffer from overload hamstring. What I said, and I benkum no when you overload and the maintenance ebia na Mbappe Madrid remaining games no ultimately and farmer club no and later Samina made some else adeba na Mbappe the comment because I know yes I fan bako a picture the answer bar a stadium na a board so and over pedaya na answer almost sounds echo post here social media just a picture no na almost say Abranche France Mbappe I say or a dictator what I say or a dictator our Real Madrid any picture no and a no to a general beer on a dictator and on Mbappe the name and the attention of the Mbappe Echo commenter was here said don't do that again on Pesa any kwasa mokas or a dictator what is any kwasa modesa tag no enso the man and the metia ya those some emamu enso wojumedino so na enwa Real Madrid players after say a real game no so benya Madrid players no enso the mamia after some omuwie ya wamu ekofro omobas ne bedru ye no na chese enra supporters no wamu etwa ba oma replace no wamu di oma tempa omu kika oma dwene enso dre eye players no say mo mani nwu asem enim guasia ana mudigu club no ode yenti eye reactions ne kakra from Madrid eye supporters after enra eye draw game no Vinicius Junior mom eye Mbappe no eye players no Fede Valverde supporters ne catch omo say mani nwu asem enim guasia ana mugu club no
Otra vergüenza que nadie con los ¡vergüenza! ¡A la cara! ¡A la mano! ¡Es que de verdad que no veo nada!
I am Madrid supporters after Sanra Omokobo draw and just on Madriano and a players our airport Omoko through plane are returning and just a fans no and so edigu a players this one come on he has the Emmanuel Eboue he had the ensemble by Manchester City as well na Man City a players no because our semi-final game and our Wembley against Southampton now City players in the momenta you say City players no almost air travel no not just a boys no ever Pep any the team no Antoine Semenyo any the teammates no and so about Bernardo Silva no and our boys no City players no ever no and ya obu free Manchester abesonim ako aya London akomo aya game no against Southampton City already aje Carabao Cup no obu hwe mo so obu FA Cup no so now for league no obu dia kabane sa domestic air trouble Manchester City obu team no mo sabe kaze player ba ko over form pa no aya Nico O'Reilly one eka no another Matthias ayen nurse ono so da ba no Magay enie Ruben Dias pranemo enasa enra na team no ekono no ka including aya club no omu security ni nyina enra ya sport omu kama na mami coach a friend Pep aya Guardiola because emra na omu kono ena central for komisa Pep say Rodri ya tese wepra just a report ni bia eba say Rodri ebeti ya tena fe ba say aya na watwe mienu e de kwamiensa so say Rodri situation say ena esiate Pep Guardiola asiem fantuga say Rodri aya better name ene game no de Rodri ensia kan na Pep ekyerem say de ntia wamama Rodri ensia kan say wamam pese oboba take risk omam pese oboba risk akoda na friends aya Rodri enti player de aya training any ade nyina no oya better bibia ekwa kama name omam pese oboba risk no enom aya responser aya Pep edebaye efa aya Rodri ni situation no enom aya later saba he has Emmanuel Eboue so Manuel Akanji farama me oya Manchester City player name ena aya ka say Osia kan edema Inter Milan alone and up edema Inter Milan club no menya report such the same aya dia City ebenya any Manuel Akanji apart ways diameter and some na aya Inter for no wobon so aya impress with Abrantia your friends Akanji diameter say aya 15 million euros transfer obama ko dey on a permanent a loan obama to say name ometua 15 million area Manchester City na Akanji wamu aye dey on a permanent minya report say nyame adoma eye May and a Saturday no on complete and next month and Akanji deal no on complete and a deaba yet Emmanuel Eboue sene mame Abranche friends Bukayo Saka na yeni no home because na Arsenal e will game against Newcastle so Arsenal sha on my son so that top waiting Man City on game na Bukayo Saka any because Bukayo so my no and in sempi and ever and Ateta a confirm the amaye so Bukayo Saka and so a part of Arsenal a squad and players one Newcastle match no Bukayo Saka a part of ASR players no mame the other picture of a Bukayo Saka ne a numbers no Arsenal with a Bukayo Saka and Arsenal without a Bukayo Saka na yenim komo kakra because shawo ya Arsenal supporter dientia ema Bukayo news no eye good news adema mu enie wonu sam aya Bukayo Saka Arsenal was 73% eye win rate when Bukayo Saka start to matches eno aya dietie Arsenal was only 45% eye win rate when Bukayo Saka start matches entiana Arsenal ebe here Bukayo Saka was Newcastle match no player no enso aye fit manager a confirm say o kan team no for any game no eno aye de tie for Gabriel Martinelli emami ono so ye Arsenal player so Gabriel Martinelli say ye fanting say Arsenal players no still one aye full of a belief na osijidi omo won say Arsenal players no omo nyina pese omo win the league no na omo tro omo din e the history books of Arsenal. So players we and so much a league title at the Mark Club and no idea one person we say according to Gabriel Martinelli and this uncommon William Saliba and so say what's not Arsenal for the last 4 years in here Debia Omotosun this time one person called the step a further person left a Premier League title and a Saliba and a day and so the Arsenal players no when they say a mentality and so yeah Nyamaye and dear Yanko a PSG Naminin Comabia branch friends secretary Quarascalia and a Georgia Nino Yaman home common to say Diamante say Quarascalia no yes Liverpool for Agus Ediatri na Liverpool Adiama Kwamani Abrene says say Avrantia your friend Sam a Mo Salah end of the season. I was Omunya a player. I want 10 while Obetia Jumano player about Omunya Mujidi. I have Francia friends Quarascalia because so say young I Diamond the Leipzig player and Commander Leipzig for the age in a while here about day. So Liverpool and Sabetia can we Liverpool. Now also a young Diamond the Edia. I didn't just Oko Piaja. Quarascalia, over the Rebamon, Liverpool first Omako try, and so it's a Quarascalia, woman sa Ebetia Canon, and idea. When we say Premier League, no, you were one referee, season way, Wama 100 plus yellow cards. So, issue yellow cards, no, 100 air plus, only referee call. Mommy, referee Anthony Taylor, season way, Premier League in the matches, I would, yellow cards, Makumako 100 plus. Wano ane aya Anthony Taylor Anthony say odi agro obe yama osesi odi agro no otunu botum oye mistake no otunu botu obe yama osesi a eno aya Anthony Taylor na ya ba no honkọbọ so ko aya PSG team mu a mame PSG omo fishes na PSG over the next 23 days omo ade ba bobo sa matches we nyina so opanyina your friend Sam aya Luis Enrique ewa adwuma aya because 23 days, not just all the boss 7 matches, so 7 games we and so determine just in a few another this season because league ninsa enyanto so sa loans edinachi ye pa and a champions we be adro untimi afford so oba me say players we ba cho omo ebo Angels won ebo Bayern Munich on the 28th of April Angels 3 days time on babo club now. Yeah, from say a Bayern Munich. Omu Bayern Munich game now. 2nd May. Wamu and Lorraine Ebesiakai. Omu ya on the 6th of May. Wamu and club of France Bayern Munich Ebesabo. Ombabo Brest 10th May. Ebabo Ayalons 13th May. No about Paris FC 17th May. Where Juma Cassie, Edema a coach, I am friends Luis Enrique. Do that I was a coach and I started a rotation because I be a Drunasawanya rotation. Adiano and so by a thing, and on air the chair, yet Abamu and so would wedding is on pay. Mammy Fawe and to him say, Lami Yamani, Faramami, now you knew come Okola Liga Demois, the month of April, Lamin Yama, and Oma Votino, a player of the month, and Aya Lamin. Dear Chinese, Amu introduce award way 2013. Dear Chinese, Lamin, Ababayam, the first player. We're winning 3 times in 1 season. So 3 times in a season. Oji La Liga, best as a player of the month. And see that not even Leo Messi. And I say Cristiano Ronaldo, Benzema, and so that's maybe Lamin, 18-year-old, no, and Ababaya Sadiano, and yet Abamu, and so would you do the Sanra, or reference when Rooney, a former player, Edema Manchester United, Mamma Michael Carrick, because Emra, a Cosra Manchester United team, no, our current Emra, now United, I hold on training session, Michael Carrick, anyway, Rooney, any, now Rooney, and no Kodria, Asamo di Kakaye, and a or culture United, appointing authorities, no, and when we are no, Omun Fajmano, and Fama, Michael Carrick, Romo and confirm Michael Carrick say one and a coach United nyame adoma from next year season and I will run into also at any endorsement at the United obu coach no and dieba so yeah a Manchester United supporter me a new interview ama watie bi a volunteer friends Bruno because I know Bruno etna say only a Rooney ewa the way Rooney show obudi nko na Bruno edin sempi edit to ja wa chire di entia or decide yes obeste ewa Manchester United on your opportunity sana nkobakwa Saudi Arabia gentia wankwa or decide yes obeste no yentie abrantia friends Bruno Fernandes ninchire mo de bae gentia oda so player Edinburgh United Bruno ekasaye
leave the club or at the point where we were struggling and we needed something to get back in positions we wanted to be. Obviously, I never hide from that. I want to win the Premier League. I want to win the Champions League. I never hide it from that, and I will never hide. I might do it. I might not. That's part of football. But I stayed at the club because I think I still have something that I can give back to the club, not just because I'm going to be the player from Man United or the captain from Man United. Just because I think I still very able of.
na Chelsea ebefa at least player e free Arsenal obehe kai Obehi obi te say eye Kepa Arrizabalaga. Obehi obi te say eye Noni Madueke nom. Eye Peter Cech mu nyina enso timi ko say amubusa say the next player Arsenal for Ebefa no eye why because so we players enso aya no obofa no aya na dodo na ensala nye player eye chese Chelsea for no epe minim say Jare obenya picture no enso de aba me Chelsea ebusa Arsenal for say amongst our players we omayimiensa sabako na Arsenal for Ebefa eni na Christian Maxwell ora radio to use atwetwe pa omo say omo Garnacho wamu ewo Pedro Neto and wamu Liam Delap Arsenal afina as a game this time of the year mama fa ba konko because dem ya no mama fa bi ko enti o say when so your Arsenal supporter 3-way one abefa Garnacho Pedro Neto and Liam Delap one and abefa enum de tie na mama fa we ntiga say enra and a story we be told you say Julian Alvarez ne brother enso ewo Barcelona kromo epefie enso atimia to emebe to ya say on number bia area na aye Leo Messi etie Messi ewo fie ho enti asa akoda no enkomo akoso ewo Argentina achese akrada France Julian Alvarez next season opetan yi de na cheso wabebo e de ma Barca team na sa news ne ba no Atletico Madrid supporters chese no mo nto mo wase entempa and Alvarez agent e ba yes sansem no eye 1000% air force no kra bia enye no kra da sam aye ne brother no epefie ewo aye Barcelona in fact enye de se plan ne brother bia kra free aye South America aba Europe just waba Barcelona what free Argentina aba Barcelona obepefie enso de ama aye Julian Alvarez agent no akwashe sa story no Barcelona eba hatefi ene mame fantu say unu se Barca cost 7 years be wontime winning ewo hatefi fofie o na unu say the last year 5 Barcelona ashe only 1 goal. The last 5 games, ewa hatefi fie Barca ashe only 1 goal. But then Barcelona winning a game na on Spanish La Liga no. Enum tie Mame Nottingham Forest ebobokon unu sha Nottingham Forest. Enu ye ball first 45 minutes. Na omashe eye Sunderland 4 goals. No credit the last 90 minutes. And I say omo enu time omo ball 45 minutes we no. Na oka and then omo previous game eboma the last 19 minutes 8 goals. Last Sunday first half and also omo share second half 4 goals. Editia Burnley and no first half almost share 4 goals enti and no po first half no now come last 90 minutes boma 8 goals and another club no you from Nottingham Forest no mo enso atimi ahye enon de tie say Chelsea and the new coach and I say interim coach at the aba mama Chelsea in terms of a percentage wise coaches no contract almost sign any time just days or mudi I contract ni mo no yeah, striking percentage, starting from 2022. Graham Potter, 8th September 2022. Unusa contract was signed. Edema Chelsea, time of the managing Chelsea, only 12% to pay. 2023, 1st July, Mauricio Pochettino, yes, or signed a contract, Ochemu 50%. Enzo Maresca, 1st July 2024, yes, or signed a contract in Chelsea, Ochemu 30%. Liam Rosinia SI contract 6th January 2026. Yes, or say any a year time Odiano only 5%. Eno Liam Rosinia. Na mami openya friends Callum McFarlane one and interim coach Edema Chelsea Bobokolo. Also no crapa say a surprise no sir Liam Rosinia just a human alpha and farmer Chelsea because no GDA runs on our youth team Liam Eboue no GDA ye pass a coach we better I know sir any coach Edmund and 20 me oh yeah na okan same we for coach match we no say sir Ukuta Enzo Fernandez oh Pedro Neto oh Joao Pedro na odu obi agina the right position on ba winning match said ya ma say go person say sir oh Enzo Fernandez oh Pedro Neto now Joao Pedro na odu obi agina the right position omo winning match said them all now so George say Liam Rosinia no ntimi chiche players ni ya na eno according to interim coach Chelsea Opanyino eno se di odi kakere krokro de John eno jameti Joe Cole former Chelsea player na Joe Cole say yem fan to say ono dienka all purpose say and it's a Chelsea ebefa Xabi Alonso amana baba yedma ohia no ɛwɔ Bayer Leverkusen ni team no build a strong team ɛwɔ Leverkusen just a season league no ɔmo unbeaten. The only game a ɔmo lose no ɛwɔ Europa League final Atalanta show ɔmo 3 na ɔgyiri yɛ so ɔpɛgye no na dwuma ɛwɔ Madrid na ɛyɛ hard na mmom sɛ ɔte aseɛ ya ɔse ɛyɛ coach na France Alonso just ɛyɛ ɛwɔ just Leverkusen ɔyɛ winner. Name adia aye sad and say Alonso on consider cross Chelsea adwuma no obeba beye eno had a pa and according to Joko and Eddie Sankomo no ma memfa we ento ya Karim Adeyemi a Borussia Dortmund player report am in second say Arsenal club no yes Arsenal enso ewram Arsenal enter race no for Karim Adeyemi the American say Dortmund club no omo say offers on beti no e shall say from 60 million euros. So Arsenal beti system in the Akoto Karim Adeyemi pa de e me sure eno de Andre Onana eguso na djuma kama ewo Turkey edema trousers we name channel so still Manchester United goalkeeper Obolon say trousers for obo president SA and ano move say Onana saving 3 penalties edema trousers for team no say president they say conditions no writer bepe say Onana stay name final decision no ally with Andre Onana nankasa say Onana and ebe determine say obe stay and answer obe free aye club demo enum de Paolo Maldini enso akache FIG say available name ono say oba a operational role and person be on person o make say one and president and former FIG because opinion friends Gravina after so man qualify for World Cup no and what the adjuman answer me reports a contact akoso between FIG and Paulo Maldini name Maldini as oba a operational role and person be performing and Ernesto Valverde coach and Mabio and or body Atletico Madrid and say young fan to say almost face a club champions of Europe because it was semi-finals it was UEFA Champions League and Carlos Alcaraz my friend to get defending champions Ran Carlos no any a French opinion I mean my next month and a French opinion ever so the Americans are branching and a wrist injury enti oye out defending champion out want me and konkobo French opinion and next month and the temi we dem for interview we enwi we owura friend say Yaya Toure na Yaya Toure say ka keto nka Didier Drogba convince say emra no free Barca no nanka obebo Chelsea nemom onu anka say take a risk Man City because then that time no na Chelsea ade bebre and the chairman City Yente Toure on the conversation and the choir Nanka Didier Drogba first was convinced no I'm gonna join Chelsea.
Brother, we live close to each other in Abidjan because people what they don't realize at some point Didier want me to come to Chelsea when I was in Barcelona.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. You in midfield.
Wow.
Or me on the bench. He's gonna play.
You're gonna play, but he was supporting that.
Wow.
The only difference is Man City was the proposal of Man City was higher. And the as well they want to back me up because they was looking at me like number one, the reference built around.
Yeah.
You know, because the project of Man City was more because Chelsea was out. You know what?
Yeah.
Listen, look, we have already big players. If you come, okay. If you don't come, okay. But Man City was like, if you come, we do it. If you come, because at that time was Brian Marwood.
Yes.
The things and those ones they was like willing to. Yes, we have to get. Yeah. If you get, oh, we do. Yeah. That's for you. Yeah. If you come and we're gonna bring this player, that's mean like you feel like you're part of something.
Yeah.
You know, and it's difficult to say no.
I don't according to Yaya Toure Nkoma onso ediye ewo Mikel Obi podcast national eno said ehun sem esi tema me fancy na me ba bidafo enso ekwan emrem na afi no omfa omsem no nyina enso emra pure 95.7 FM we the pure weekend sports and yatraso Christian
Andy
mama sha sim free way
oh medasi na enra na me na me chiti se amanfo didi nkomo se Chelsea pe coach sisi o masaki o mu coach no na coach ba ko ni din beto dwa se Chelsea for penal no Francis Fabregas.
Yeah.
Fabregas a coach or up and coming. But the last place me advising is Onko. Chelsea.
Chelsea for you.
So advising.
Not because Chelsea is a bad club. And it's all coach Komu. Now ufi Komu ba Chelsea a big upgrade.
Go abasuru.
Jump ni wasoro.
So manema.
But jump bi ho no mo a.
Ona mitwe bu.
Na ko wi na wo wi ya.
Orlando no.
Wan he kura wo lande o ka wi mu a. Landi bi wa.
Chelsea for be go no pay pa.
On beti asema make na say. Chelsea ni mi fili o mu, on beti mase. Enzo Maresca and Ophelia.
Maresca Chelsea.
Maresca the Chelsea BD. In fact, Pochettino FA Chelsea from 12. Edom be finish 6. Yes, Akeno.
Maresca Chelsea for bomb nomine.
Maresca
ko ba Fatino mo we Chelsea for there. Omo ma no nche no kra o.
Maresca FA Chelsea from 6 to 4th. AJ Conference League.
Yeah.
Esa kwaje the Club World Cup. At the time na Chelsea for Sakeno no. Now or in contention for top 4.
Yeah.
Me Chelsea are appointed no. Now me a bit skeptical. So onya adwuma at the top level biada. The na wa ya edimu ani say wa ya adwuma under Pep. Say Pep eje treble no. Now one of the assistants of Pep Guardiola. And no free Pep say. Ekofa Leicester City. And then Leicester enya promotion back into the Premier League. Adwuma no ya nyina no. Chelsea appointed no. Me na me hwe Chelsea kind of coach so mo appoint o mo a. Na me hwe da nyididi o Maresca mu. Maresca ubi samia and one fairly.
Okay.
But Chelsea were a club wa. Adagye ene abotra komo benya ma wo no. Chelsea enya sa adagye ne ma wo. Number 1. Amusaki Maresca no. The coach that they appointed was wrong. And the length of the contract they gave to the coach was also wrong.
Enzo. Hey,
Liam Rossinia.
6.5.
No idea, Juma. Liam no mama say 6.5 no, and no idea, Juma. The only thing I bet me convince me kakra ni say, Oza baby no ye Juma no. Any Chelsea no, the same owners.
Yeah,
I say was say the transfer free as say Enugu Angel.
Yeah. The same ABN.
And no find in the buy. Andy, Liam Rossinia, just 41 years, no top-notch experience. Chelsea man is 6.5. On last day, 106 days.
5% out of the contract.
4 months. Half no, 6.5 no. Half no that's ukra no. Weni. Arenja. In the last 9 Premier League matches or boy, you know. Only say it is 9 Premier League matches, you know. And a Premier League table. And Chelsea but also 19th. The only team where Chelsea they seen in the same period. Tottenham Hotspur only had 2 points in the same period. Nandi, the area when say Europe top 5 leagues, you know. How many teams? Some years 20. Years 20 teams in the league, you know. Me boy, Abama say 60. Now me no 18. Now 36. So 36 plus 60. Mama say 96. Yeah. Europe top 5 leagues in India. Clubs, you know, 96. since March, Chelsea lose games than all of them. Of all the 96 clubs, I see a kind. Oh, Europe top 5 leagues, you know. Chelsea lose game than them since a match. Yeah, I have many say. Ebi arguing koso. But him say Chelsea keep a clean sheet in their last 12 matches. No clean sheet in their last 12 matches. So we are Chelsea in Brighton in Ibia. Not the only reasonable decision at Chelsea be take, and it's on best coaching. Brighton is almost 3. For 3-0 the 2 in chain. Nandi for the shebono. But sometimes go beyond the start. That ball shebi. Only say first half. Not Chelsea SG. 0.04. 0.04 no. Ebi a won't mathematics as here. Yam convert 0.04 into percentage. And the 14%. The probability of Chelsea scoring the goal in the first half against Brighton was only 14%. Only 14% as here. 14 over 100.
As what I'm still we are marking 14 over 100.
The entire first half, Chelsea bought 1 shot. The entire 90 minutes, Chelsea bought 5 shots. None of the 5 shots were on target. And I'm going to see game, no. Andy, on him say, Sir SG na obunya 0.04 no. Enzo Maresca about 114 halves. You can say halves are first half and second half no. Wanya SG na lower than 0.04. 114 halves. First half, second half. Under Enzo Maresca, Chelsea never had an SG lower than 0.04. So obviously, a Juma papa ba no, oba fast oba be no, and no ntimi nye. Na Liam Rossini appointment no. A mistake Chelsea repeated again. Okay, yana Chelsea esake Carlo Ancelotti no. Sa o sake Carlo Ancelotti a and a big shoe. Many must obey me discuss here bisa. The greatest manager of all time. Untimi nyesa discussion na ummo Carlo Ancelotti di It is Osaki sa coach na. The ordinary bano. And the name very, very important. Chelsea kofa coach beya. Andre Villas-Boas. Albano, no odi 33 years. Prospector or the bar Chelsea no. Andy, e osoro ese die Maresca de bae. Albano, the prospector or the bar Chelsea no. Na osoro ese Liam Rossini ade no. Andy unim say Villas-Boas Chelsea tuya 13.3 million pounds. And I did the release clause. Because that man no under contract with FC Porto. Coach be under contract now pena. And so the team require negotiation. Now the release clause route here. Back in 2010, Chelsea etuya 13.3 million pounds. And omoji Andres Villas-Boas FC Porto. Andy Orbano unde na waye. 2010, Villas-Boas at the FC Porto echo unbeaten in the Portuguese league. Maso Bekai. Yeah. No, a coach FC Porto and the FC Porto send a small club. FC Porto are back in 2004. Not Jose Edomaji Champions League. It's a desire club Rimawa. A club Asabe almost love Wasro. I could have 33 years, you know. And the side team, you know, echo a whole season unbeaten. Only say Oji League, you know. The gap between one the Odi is a Keno. Now 20 points gap. The whole season, you know, Villas-Boas are conceding only 13 goals. Oji league ni no. Osabeji the Portuguese cup. Oji Portuguese cup ni no. And odi Europa cup esataso. Eti ni Europa cup no ena eye secondary to Champions League and ko no so je treble. So Oji league, Oji FA cup. And Oji Europa cup. Eti ofi Chelsea no Oji cups akese miensa. And Chelsea appointed no. Prospect. One for the future. In fact, Soccer Portugal no more tagging the new Mourinho.
Yes, true.
So Chelsea moves our prospect, and quickly Omoko Fade buy. Only this year.
Actually,
Villas was about Chelsea no. Pre-season on Friday on your time pre-season no. Pre-season Chelsea able 6 matches. They won all those 6 matches. I consider just 1 goal per pre-season champion. You starting season, proper Premier League season. The first match was against Stoke. Chelsea needs Stoke about 0-0. Fair enough. Say first game.
Yeah.
First game is a coach. Second game, and Obesha WBA 8-1. Twice so. I could say Norwich by 3-1.
Yes, when you have 7 points out of.
Along the way, and I'll call Old Trafford. Emma Manchester United SN by 3-1. Manchester SN by 3-1. No. That was the first league defeat in 39 matches. Because all the Portugal, they can say Portugal no or unbeaten. And about Premier League no so no. Onya start no now lose game. It will lose to Manchester United no about 39 league matches. As an the first defeat. Olusu sa game liwe no anche. And of course Arsenal fee or the Emirates. Arsenal share Chelsea by 5-3. Lucy no. The next game was against Queen's Park Rangers. And the Queen's Park Rangers share Chelsea by 1-0. 1-0 and share Chelsea. 3 weeks later, and at Chelsea come Liverpool. Liverpool share Chelsea by 2-1. Share Chelsea by 2-1. No. The next about 3 days later, also a Liga. Na say cap hono mu a be 3 days later no near boss a cap game no na Chelsea SRD Liverpool e the league cap bo 3 days later and we say ko share Liverpool biem and Liverpool SR Chelsea by 8-0 hono mu a ene e di adwuma ni free ni nsem
and on the Roberto Di
Appointino 4th he appointed 22nd June 2011. 22nd June 2011. Yes, Sakeno 4th March 2012 or lasting 9 months. Yeah, he if you want to and he did man the assistant Di Matthew.
Yeah.
That was a blessing in disguise. Sa coach, and a Chelsea first Champions League.
Yeah, against Bayern Munich.
And already Champions League in match Chelsea
2012.
And command need the Chelsea any ground sir. Who your coach now you're up and coming now. Okwa be succeed. Villas Boas typical example. Maresca typical example. Liam Rossinia a typical example. Because Adajie any abutra Bayer Leverkusen Beda Edema Alonso no Chelsea enya sa Adajie ni mawo Adaji any abutra komo ebenya Edema Fabregas no Chelsea enya sa Adajie no emfa mawo nanim dia ya we are up and coming coaches are now I'm passing through the stages now skipping the stages echo the app now. You either make it or you are broken. Me for an example, you find say akoda onima de power school o P2 onimade pa ni amma akora no so yesi wedi oye onimade too much ye ma akora no so no ye de ne ko JSS akora no ko wa faili baako wa faili mienu wa faili miensa ye yi akora na di o ye sure say akora no be motivated to come back to primary school game eti baby aba bedri ade baako a Real Madrid aye aha Xabi Alonso is that time na Xabi Alonso aye coach Edema ba Leverkusen no now I linked to several clubs but Oba Madrid now amfa no and na menye so say or linked to any top club.
I think Liverpool
ani enchi say Xabi Alonso e da so e ba Leverkusen coach a e na Chelsea e pe coach a me so say nkoma contact no. It is a Fabregas project na oye no onye hwe coach mi Fabregas ayere and onye hwe me say Villas Boas eba Chelsea no na de waye no we obi na o proven air track record ono kra no manya dade ama no in fact Chelsea kra nya dade ama Antonio Conte no Carlo Ancelotti no etimi di double na Chelsea asake no eti komo na ode banano Sabrante Fabregas am pass it through the stages na escape and the fight Chelsea adwuma na you either make it or you are broken. Chelsea star no positive and negative. So omunye ruthless against coaches are ebian omunye dey successful. Anytime a Chelsea beje Champions League bia no time omosake the main coach obeba no say Lampard na coach omosake no Emma Thomas Tuchel beje Champions League the mom. It's who ba Chelsea no are quite prepared say you are either coming to succeed but once succeed here and a club are very unforgiving. It's Fabregas a project. I was say ba. Baby all bano. The last destination for him at this moment. Maybe later. One day be Nasa Chelsea badia. And will be able to Sabrante nko. But baby o jinai. Any ajuma all yeno. Any baby o ye ajuma. Any baby a Chelsea for person obodene kono. And the gap no so.
And the right time.
Time in here extremely wrong, and the environment is also toxic. I don't much say Chelsea, you know, if you have 6.5 year contract, would you say a former dear you would for a coach a team in mid season? 1 year pre-season there. Senka obefa ne so ye de nya ne sare nka almost season new year next season no German full season. Chelsea will not give you that. It's Fabregas now of Feba no adwuma na wo ye ne komu na de afa wo onu say that last week me catch us say so tibi de komu 84th me obey me Syria A coach of the year. But just imagine say why adwuma we nyina wi ni abefa wo de oba Chelsea Nandi amfa ni ayi wadi wako ali mu akopem o ba chire na den and a very extremely difficult that say other clubs also ebefa. Chelsea were their kind of coaches are omutimi achieve niamadema Chelsea no coaches are more proven air track record. At this moment, that is the kind of coach at Chelsea be here. Me to Fabregas school on Tipimpo. No. For no ankasa progress. So person rise kakran sa Andy onya adwuma ne kakran sa enkodu stage bia. Enyo obi kura de beka say onko big club o. Others they recommended said the time is right. Go to this big club because the why reach say obetima adwuma wa hase. There are few instances coach be any proving akoko ya adwuma na succeed. Because somebody can cite Vincent Kompany example, no? But one of many. One of how many? One of out of how much?
Intensity.
And a company Jumano, and yet as difficult as Obey Juma or Chelsea. Because Andy Soko by Minica, and Yashi Krano, German Bundesliga, the Obajo. There's no proper competition there. Bar Leverkusen the competition bar, by Medical kill it. Like the bar, which if I like the coach, no if I like the captain, no I kill competition. Player be a water bar Dortmund Biano, one go by America or quite way to other clubs. So there's no proper competition. But in the Premier League, team are all required. Etimi call La Liga, top La Liga a top team player. Timifa Eco Italy, Eco a top player from Italy. So the competition in Premier League, you know, and they are extremely tough. Vincent Kompany or succeed or buy me, you know. They did the same Vincent Kompany at the Chelsea manner. One year on Team Fanny League. The already buy me, you know, for Chelsea man on Team for Chelsea yet. Because competition at German Bundesliga, no, and yet as tough as competition in the Premier League. It is all person yanka kranga no rising kakranga krasa adia. Baby a ujinano. Oh, any baby or person okono. Time you know, Andy, and you're right.
Okay.
But here in Tisuka Nifu. Okay. Premier League, you know. Baby, I had a osoro. Baby, and so I say my waiting no. Papa, and I'm sorry, I'm a pro. Tottenham Hotspur just in them. Now I'm the go. Now I'm some Juve. Aha, me or Juve, me or Bayern Munich, me or Tottenham Hotspur, me or PSG. Basa de mo be 8 gra. Now down boko relegation, you know. Sada na me busa haji in the Abeluma.
And also obi a me le we aduma. Na me team we anu ani aje. Now no obi a me le aduma na ni team bottle league house when you so mama kasa baby Bruno and no a green now we kunya no Nottingham Forest kunya no why in what relegation no Leeds United out be a Premier League table no maybe
Leeds United 40 points me boy
yeah
and Sunderland Nottingham Forest and say 39 points
39
since the Premier League in the buy no only 6 teams and they 39 points across relegation. Premier League started in 1992. So we been 39 points. Now they are relegation, you know. A sim prince yape. The last time I will be 39 points equal relegation 15 years ago, 2011. If it 2011 equal, so we will be 39 points biano or you safe.
Okay.
That is why we now we kunya and no 39 points no and we safe for kem. The last time we did 39 points score no 2010-2011 ye ball league ni we no the way West Ham on 33 points. The next 2 teams are omoka West Ham who call relegation no Birmingham 39 Blackpool 39. That is the last time one team binya 39 points and they call relegation.
West Ham
the Nottingham Forest any 39 points no Andy mayina film Leeds United 40
yeah
mayina film already 2 teams echo
Burnley and Wolves
omoko eti baku a ebeka sa 2 teams no ho no it is now between West Ham and Tottenham Hotspur. West Ham 33 points. Tottenham Hotspur 31 points. baby aduru so person league no oje and now escape relegation and so certain form of unbeaten run and so winning games or draw or winning or pick points game na and not chance for us for kunya no e kan ho a omo ye unbeaten in their last 18 matches in all competition. They remain unbeaten. No, the battle against relegation no a 2-horse race. My way any West Ham. Unim there a bit messy. Tottenham Hotspur 31 points. 31 points, you know. Abba from how many matches? 33.
Yeah, 33.
They are averaging less than a point per game. 31 points out of 33 matches. Potentially, they can finish at 46 points. Because how many matches to play? 5. If they win all those 5 matches, they go to 46 points. 46 points means almost a bad day. A very safe. But can they?
Yes, we can.
And Pennyforce Amfo. Naturally to us. They are averaging less than a point per game. Cannot average 15 out of 15.
And these are the remaining games for Spurs.
Maybe they are not send on Van
Jaremo atoso ama Spurs there no bebo Wolves no about Aston Villa ewo away
nti onyi mesima release a film.
Okay.
Not young for us a film. So West Ham any win the call. Obun matches aka nyina no. Ene West Ham
Ebo Everton.
Ewufie. Difficult game, but I expect West Ham to get a result. So Tottenham Hotspur are extremely careful. No one take advantage in first season na dey full mu no and obone no.
Wolves game.
Wolves are relegated already.
Yeah.
Say obi ehye no. Say wantimi ehye no Tottenham Hotspur team bo ofie o winning game na Kevin Danso akoye mistake ni ateka no 2-2. Another menya Spurs ni. Ba me hwe goal a Xavi Simons say no. Spurs winning game ya nisa ya ball long pass Kevin Danso clear ball no or touch ball no the first touch and the ball ni free the same na game na ko 2-2 to Andy Osha games na kana and I'm expecting Tottenham Hotspur to win. They must get a result against Wolves. On your results against Wolves they then must expect West Ham to be dropping points. West Ham dropping points if they lose to Mourinho and they almost but baby no matches na aka. Tottenham Hotspur but here 2 teams are almost fighting for a top 4 or a top 5.
Aston Villa and Chelsea.
Ni na see away. Tottenham Hotspur cause our games ni na no against Aston Villa away.
Yeah.
Against Chelsea away.
Yeah.
So will be playing against Leeds United.
West Ham Leeds in the last game.
But the idea about West Ham is that Abia almost Leeds United last game no. Now Leeds United the coach baby ya results no and fan no and hano. But Tottenham Hotspur's last game their home game no will be against West Ham. West Ham are fighting for European sports. Everton.
Yeah.
Everton for a European sport too. Where league table is here now or the Europa League sport no. Odo anusu onsasu wanu. One fans wanu the reality na make catch the one. Wanim no encouraging. Wanim no encouraging.
Everton be pre
Europa ni conference na wodem. Europa ni conference na wodem.
Go say ono Europa ni conference. Europa crowd the only points are separate to ono omom da Europa, Brighton da Europa 3.
Yes. And you know, ebia enu sa last game no.
Mobeko.
Ebia enu last game no. Na Everton FO here a win. And even a draw to secure European spot. Na West Ham so against Leeds United only nothing, anything to play for. Maybe I do no. Jiw for no eko. Jiw for no.
You never run so.
I'm not mistake kwa so omoko. I just empire bobam. The only thing I bet me abu omo and say and they should win at all cost. Maybe a West Ham Lucy, West Ham Lucia, and the Umusa, they should make sure that every resource be a West Ham Binyano. Almost the same resource. West Ham win, they should win. West Ham draw, they should draw. West Ham Lucia, Omulusu, and making sure that a more game in the day. Now, almost 2 points I don't want terminal, or my maintaining. Last one. Arsenal ever against Newcastle in the league. Baby Arsenal Ginano. Margin of error is 0. Maso, and then I'm doing a Arsenal fool. They brought this to themselves 2 months ago. Now, Arsenal bet me Lucy game and still keep their first position. Bandy, wouldn't they see? Arsenal and Lucy their last 2 Premier League matches by the same margin. They lost 2-1 at home to Bournemouth, and they lost 2-1 to Man City subsequently. Before I say Obe Lucy, there are 2 matches, you know. Now Southampton, I say Arsenal in the FA Cup 2-1. And Southampton, and Arsenal by 2-1. Yeah, can say. Arsenal and Lucy to Newcastle, and the FA and see League no Lucy. Arsenal winning against Newcastle. Now a draw crana winning the league, you know. ABI eventually be over. Mankind the last time Arsenal and Lucy 3 consecutive matches to us. The last time they did in the league, you know, 4 seasons ago. And Arsenal and Lucy 3 consecutive Premier League matches. Yes, they lost the league. And correct. And we league if you want more. Only say domestic football. Arsenal and Lucy matches 4 to us. Why do you maso? EFA Cup 2-0. Olusu EFA Cup 2-0 ni no. And Southampton they say 2-1. Na FA Cup. And Olusu league matches me no to us. 4 consecutive local domestic games, you know. Arsenal Lucy ni na. The last time Arsenal Lucy 4 consecutive domestic matches, you know, Arsene Wenger was their coach. 2017-2018. Now, baby Arsenal Ginano. Omunyina ye. And the sitting so amu hit. Sanka de papa mua. I was saying Arsenal air rested players at the Champions League. So Arsenal all bear 6 points lead. And I be a 5 points gabwa. I the same compete me for to rest players. Man City are out of the Champions League. It's next week, Champions League but next week here. Yeah. Arsenal about Newcastle we are. Then on Wednesday, they are playing against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. Okay. About Atletico Madrid we are. The next game we are against Fulham. About Fulham we are next week. No, I say about ATM on Tuesday. The same period, City arrested. Maybe I last one be my Jerry. Mami can't say we. Arsenal was 70 points. So we don't matches now can na. Eba say 15 points. What the 15? I can't 70 no one. Eba say
85.
Arsenal ena 89 points per man for league. Ejari enko the next one. Meaning that Arsenal and Kasa dropping at their own level. We're 2022-2023. They sitting near 91 points, you know. Arsenal ena 89 points.
So going to be Alpha.
At this rate, so Arsenal within the games now coming in they are not going to get that 89 points with this second. What is the conclusion? Season we are no be expecting Arsenal to perform better because there's so many squad depth. Players you know are better. Or more matured, or more league in 3 seasons there. Or know how to play the league, you know. This is the season Arsenal are dropping. Mathematically, they can't get more than 89 points.
Yeah.
Barcelona 89 points per one final league. In recent years, Arsenal back season, any season we.
I can't. Anyway. Now listen,
Andy.
Brahma me na maybe I can calculate.
I feel you know I'm in university. I thought na be relegation. Arsenal so be lose again.
Arsenal lose liga send
4 times that was when you Nandi sa and say what can so more lose we that only pabonini I know so mamos masa pa Real Madrid so masa I don't know masa san
me ya mi kodru via san say 1-1
and time crow mo dey take out most share card in 10
minutes
number pe wa be say mu team na dey because Mbappe be na o ti here this na on make say mu be kuya be pia say mu be bra yesu me ka tire say mu nya abuche na Ronaldo kro ba and wan fa ni easy saw and inti Barcelona so be bo me boa yene atefe na e bo na tough game for Barcelona for people should be very careful or more core game or very tough because the last 5 games yene Getafe ball Getafe home said ya kind Barcelona win be that Getafe share 1 and they move 4 I draw. Now goals inside surprisingly Barcelona match only 3 goals spent at Bem was 5 games. The Barcelona share just 1 in those 5 games. And Getafe I share 2. But we Getafe this season on my last 4 games on my ball field and they move 3 on my share Betis, on my share Bilbao, and on my share Villarreal. Into a more bad. And I currently more rest on to me any European places. Now, omo to me a contact no said they are going to fight all out and make sure say be abekwe. And for omo former, omo first 11 games na ndi emu 3 pen on PK win. But omo last 4 games no omo PK 3 wins. So it means that they are a very strong team. Barcelona on the other side no. Since I say 8 point difference from Real Madrid me boy. Say Madrid board draw tabe 8 points. It is a Barca to me win here. Now call 11. And then there are things that bear done and dusted. Say, a Barca so make sure it's a game way able to me accounts than Yoma Akoye. But my last 13 matches in our committee, Barca winning 11. Or more draw 1 or more lose 1. The form is on their side. Against our here, Eba League in Mudia, the last 8 matches of my boy, because 8 consecutive games in Barcelona, and to me and winning in that is also a good thing. Now, so we're Barcelona, we are the last 9 or more winning 7. And on lose 2. It means I can make us a game one here. Na bako she bako. It is a Barcelona per se the 29 titles or not Nensakan in Temudia. It was some more pay details to the away record no. And there's some way. And now also season way you know. League mo matches a Barcelona drop points ni na ba away. Omu lose 4 and on draw 1. And say away now was say yeah wake up call for them. A be an neno and quite so rousy to that point, especially when Starboy will not be able to play. What I say? But over history the last 10 games at Barca ne Getafe abon Barca in Lusubi. Omo winning 6 out draw 4. But Getafe home ne Ekasa the last 5 Barcelona so winning but Oma draw 1. Oma draw 4 no more lose 1. It makes the game very cagey. Getafe games no. First half, goals have been 0.75. What it means is that first half, go in Tama, Getafe games on board league. And now, both teams on time say go. Because the last 8 on board home in the back up, and I acquire both teams to score. Barcelona, on the other hand, no 8 team or Tasha first goal. Because 18 games, I are born. And as a matter of 8 and the whole season games here, we move 18 no. Barcelona to me say first goal, half time. And I say omu lead half time. And I say both teams to score. And I say Barca ball we are the last 14, we 11 there. Both teams to me a goal. Of course, then I say Ferran Torres, no homai. But me, I still don't understand why I say Barcelona force our boy no omu feel but and you're bad. What's 15 goals in the league? Chris, I want him say. Match be obese go be Barcelona win. Match obese go be but I didn't there Yemfilu how they are Yemfilu because he's doing very well. 15 goals now was no. Match obese be Barca win. It's in Nasa Tonelai so. Nchoinse goal na Barca win. The elsewhere Martin Sotriano also the last 4 goals was no and the ningina Hatefe so 8 winning. It's na make us anhwe na game win and the benya baako na ebia winning. Barca nya sadia because already Hatefe last 5 matches or more winning 3 no more lose 2. Barca so last 5 matches in all no almost winning 4 and no more lose 1. Into me feel say anhwe na baako eba be winning game no. Baku winning and say bibia eko but nya sadia de ame huni. Also in recent time Barca struggle e wo Hatefe ho. And Hatefe so for points on person on Europe and they met me am Hatefe double chance in this one. Me certain that Barcelona are going to win, but of course football. Omo winning a match on there because na leg in Nigeria what I say. I don't know me can also Barca for. So that's all my idea pa.
Do match over there.
And then you will lie. Me na me match on match can dia ko. But I will not be surprised if you be na Hatefe nya double chance. I will not be surprised because Hono Barca Ebre. But watch out, we are Barca.
Check La Liga table no. Never can say maso mami. Omoda sisi. Umzo mashe 28 goals pe.
Yeah. Nto no show wana. Na wakoyire chiro pampe. Nto she first goals for Barca so bit
for the team I pay top for abo or pay European sport abo and we share 28 goals against Barcelona no and the enkope ball na fair ball fair wo amono ya hwe games enye fair and they will frustrate you.
Barcelona Madrid asano ye bo draw cry nyewe and then you me nya adwen pacho
so kan wasem
o fi me
all my league na yo
so kan wasem
ba masa pa o yen kan grow masa
all this can say Barca match say baby as at you
then yes sports na Madrid asama me yenka enye mo na
enye na the start kan
okay yen ko England Arsenal ne Newcastle United we dey say Arsenal because we can get match Arsenal. Nasna fo ni drew April ho na minim bosom na o hye ho no minim de oye ho say nye sa de anka we enye match but better still and you unim say season we Arsenal actually league no as many as 10 points so mko da so twim as many as 10 points and I see o ma beda as yo and say nya me hwe no mo san beda so and say nya me kro ni city endi ni ye
that time boys
na city aye duma papa
time boys na chama biki bitara ka say be duru say Arsenal city mo na 12 points
because you say every good boy deserves their favor. The city aye duma pa nti we de nya me yesrew city for enum but the game it's almost say Arsenal ni Newcastle a total dominance but what I say but Arsenal problems is na make us say omutwe 10 point only say from week 7 to week 33 now Arsenal na that top side that's 26 weeks and a city abete equivalent akwe hweso mame but see we for na beji omade de any dia no yeso de benkum na eje bremum bibi besa si biem only de besa si Arsenal be bought 2 league games as na city abo match because omobo ya city ko bo FA Cup but Arsenal be san bo ansa na city abo ni other game ento be san ko hweso biem minim se what ya but I had hweso na say city ye ke because I had between 6 points in hweso and 3 and it's what they are making us here because who's omobo in that city more so let's say Arsenal picks a win in the next round Arsenal be bo ansa na city asabo so be ko 6 points. It puts pressure on City. But the question is, Arsenal and Gasano, or make me open that 6 points lead now because in the month of April, Ayana Ateta or more a struggle because out of 51 losses are winning a moon 9 ever in the month of April and 18%. Very, very high. And as we are speaking, 3 losses in 5 games. They've won 1 and they've drawn 1 and also in the league to a more poor form. But because it is Newcastle United, well, I'll say Arsenal money count. The Inter make us and say Arsenal form na ye poor. Newcastle are more poorer than Arsenal. And the Newcastle last 4 games in our Lusu. And from January 25, Newcastle lose 8 games. And they're the worst in the division. Now, here Eddie Howe. Now, for beside the question say how. Because Eddie Howe is under threat and Nejuma is under threat.
Eddie Howe.
They are asking Eddie Howe. How? But so he's the best person to answer this very question. And Eddie Howe away games so we lose 3 and we win 1. And also another question, Mr. Howe, how? Now, Osha Emirates Eddie Howe echo Emirates. I saw coach that. You said 8 and what draw back in 9 games.
And also Eddie Howe.
And also Mr. Eddie Howe. How? And I head to head no cross on some what the Magpies because the last away on my court 13 and the Omolusu 12 no my draw 1 ewo Emirates. And Emumpo over the last 9 now Omasha just 1 goal. Into way dear I taught Arsenal lie and I'm the only man arguing. I taught Arsenal lie. Esa Arsenal to me sure mona BBL to make counting. But Arsenal, team be so share first goal and the possibility of winning the game is very high. Because share the last 22 games of my boy, Emu 19 the league, you know. Arsenal take leader, they go on to win. So Arsenal should take the lead. And 4 of the last 6 games, you know, I am both teams to score in the first half. First half now both teams score. Don't forget so money your friend is saying City first half say both teams to score. City scored and they equalized. Me boy. Bournemouth first half it was both teams to score. Bournemouth Neshe. I think Krupi Neshe is a goal. And Arsenal the penalty through Jokeres. And almost say can. In the first half now both teams to score no eta eba. In the sanity. But on Newcastle, that's why the fact that they are not doing well. But Andy saw more lose one. Last 9 games a 1 goal margin. Well, Mulu swear 1 goal margin. Arsenal, Marcus says Arsenal shop no. May hit 2-1, 3-2 or 1-0 scoreline because 1-0 because Newcastle finds it very tough. So best go Emirates. But if they're able to get a goal, Arsenal will be able to score 2 and beat them. If not, if no more goals and Arsenal will be more goals, it be 3. But better say 2-0 so. I will not be surprised because in recent Arsenal games over here, goals either 2 goals or 3 goals. Se uyi or money sports in Diana, Obia and say go na, but what I say, or here on domestic games be brainer, either say 2 goals, and I said 3, they say 2-1, but what I say, 2-1, Ebia 2-0, Sana to me a bomb game no. And to wait there made the win a bema Arsenal for. Now, Mimra Chelsea. Roman Abramovich befa Chelsea no. And the beginning no nya certain things right. 1 or discuss him. Scanners or the same way because not Chelsea were debt or 3 debt in Ingina. And on cause to team 140 million pounds. And no 3 a lot of debt and no the team no. Or we are not the Didier Drogba, Claude Makalele, any Petr Cech ebai. And the only said Drogba, Makalele, and Petr Cech. No, we are players via almost all the teams and what we are singing now. Now they will be on bet me walk it through so Moko Bobi and on the because Drogba was the best player in France. And Sana Oba. Makalele at that time with Real Madrid. Nani. Now we bought the defensive role. Now may opportunity even the Makalele's role. So nobody even ever thought Makalele will even leave Real Madrid and go. And we all know Petr Cech. They also the bar on board. Or we no build the strategic structure and infrastructure. Strategic structure is saying one or Kofani CEO. Martin Keon. Meboa. Peter Keon. Meboa. That not Peter Keon. Manchester United. On na call shots. Manchester United na baby follow Manchester because they like to watch how they play the aura around them. Alex Ferguson chewing governor Reno senior or the charismatic nature, the way they play, it was so beautiful. The kind of players no mubuina. So by no say no. Me per se Chelsea are very, very competitive. Into Peter Keon, Mafao. And also offer Peter Keon, that was the beginning of success at Onyai. Because the model na Manchester United, in Yomana Peter Keon, we have United, and the Odiba Chelsea. And I walk up on making sure some training grounds, a state of the art, ultra modern. So it changed a lot of things. Now, on no bear ruthless when it comes to managers. Oh, say he doesn't joke with managers. Oh, bar results no pay. So during his 10 or Pam 30 managers. And then Chris Oka say, anytime on Bessa Kede Bako Bebe no magic trophy. It worked for him really. it's really work for him. And at youth level, no, so on your long-term project, at the moment. Until later, almost say Chelsea youth team, no, now, Carabana now can know, and now walk about teams of Maje, UEFA Youth League, in the brain, and boy. Unakasa Chelsea are G2. So, a youth footballer, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Chelsea, or more, they are high up there. I also watch even currently as I speak, youth team no ain't bad. That is what he built. Internet Chelsea told so many youth players, adding a lot of money. And called the Galactical style, or sign Ria BB from Real Madrid for making sure that he's buying best players. It's all say, Eden Hazard, he was the best player in France. Michael Essien was the best player in France because in the French league, no best player, don't forget. So okay. Didier Drogba, so not a best player. Even Peter Cech or Tony for France. So what work they say? The players who were bought from France and also the French nationals now back Chelsea, help Chelsea to grow. And now all Chelsea players now player for player. Only compare every team in the world, including the Madrid and the Barca's now. Ultimately say level is almost the same. Coach is eba. Ultimately say level was through. And now kind of done and say lot more. Well, Goose Dink Mukra say Ebia Chelsea a pam coach na yenyo be another down for Goose Dink. We're betting him the amano. Jose Mourinho Munina Bem. It's a Dimatio money are doing former players, Nandi. They were able to win some laurels for them. And that thing really worked out. But I think that we move to a team. Or my dreams on more challenging Roman Abraham. So do you know what they did? We all know that Roma spending the big players ever. But sometimes it is not the money alone that will let you bring a big star. It's about your relationship. Ebi Andy Akase Maxo Bramas be you we mamia because of Andy Temeyaman and I'm the American culture. But Ebi will be a me view. Into Abramovich Nankasani players na kasa personally. Professor na me say be bo me team mami Obama when this and that. So that thing no made them feel like when they are there they are home. But we must start on it. Do you know what they did? Chelsea supporters ni bufu say Abramovich corner almost said out two scare boom. Because no move show say I'm so flexible and you know they have money. And this Abramovich call cry and so buy a we have money to spend, so don't worry. But the way of personnel or more fire, amfa, the kind of players or more toy, emfa, the kind of investment or more yandi, emfa. As we sit in here, nobody knows exactly what they are doing. And so more the NSY coaches in try and error. I agree with you, Chris. I sent Enzo Maresca for some time. I think continue for 5 solid years. Nanka unbuild the BB in Fambra. Because Abramovich Jumano, Claudio Ranieri na year Jumano. Onko the second that season. And Sana Mourinho but sa third year. Omu say Ranieri I the akọ second but next year na bed ni. And omdi Jose Mourinho ba omo Toma no to me the koi. So clearly I think said the structure no omo the running club no. Any idea was say Chelsea penny for the maybe they want the American style but that might not fly the British style. Because I wish your friend is saying Khaldun Al Mubarak mo Ombefa Sheikh Mansour Ben Zayed Al Nahyan Ombefa Man City na. And that's why the fact that the Arabians but models or what they buying na a proper mainstream European football your friends are joining on the buy. What did they do? Omofa Barcelona model na. No mofa Chikri Begristan. What did they make say? And Andoni Zubizarreta. These were all players of Barcelona. They also play for the Spanish side. Zubizarreta was a goalkeeper. And see, omo yes, our model now. Omo yes, almost okay success beba. Now quickly, omo Pep Guardiola, who was a coach from Barcelona as a captain. At youth level na the bar senior level as a captain to the Spain national team be coach ya to the J and on the Besiano and identify it's way more said that need plan. I think they need to study the European market when it comes to football. Now more adapting certain strategies and plans. I think some of the come music and they will be good to go. Because the rate at which they are losing there. Hey, nene senka basa ni ye party as in yes ka ko boy yes enka Chelsea na to among team negu. E say be America say ye Barca president na say ye FIFA bona baso and andi woni menga adwene. He's not very now obey ye. Sometimes it's all quiet party but stadium near party as no when yes ka ko bobo. So you're able to assemble players and beat Madrid helter skelter. Meboa. Oche Madrid and now show Mosa and who dominated Madrid. Champions League na the semi-final no you hu the na hey man wa ye aduma u ni nyina stadium what me put it together obe diewu
By FA Cup, Chelsea will beat Leeds United. Manchester City will beat Southampton.
I don't want to Chelsea for card.
I said, Chelsea will beat Leeds.
I send a prediction or the other. Maybe this was sending message. I mean, Mrs. Wakoji Chelsea for scan. I said, I'm here message. Obed, how could you?
Wait, when show be no
Chelsea will beat Leeds United.
How too sure are you?
I'm very sure. Say a prediction in your prophecy.
Then also when you also go to Leeds United, so message.
So also did say Leeds betray for 10,000 to swear. And it's 2 games. No say actually but I'm expecting City to beat Southampton. I'm saying it should be easy for City to beat Southampton. But Chelsea against Leeds United, we the Chelsea season a corner. As some the FA Cup no make amends. At least on both finals and it's against Leeds United they are manageable. And I'm expecting Chelsea to be and they have a new manager bounce. New manager bouncing Tino, and then top team Biagidi on the Quacoba at this stage. Leeds United, Andy, and a normal circumstances, it should be manageable.
Leeds, you Manchester,
but Leeds and the Chelsea, but FA Cup Old Trafford, and a normal circumstances, BBNC. Not Chelsea, any Leeds United, they bought FA Cup semi final, very Old Trafford. Wembley. Chelsea is favourite. Quality wise, Chelsea should be able to get over Leeds United. And so Chelsea and Leeds United there, then the season is terrible. And they give me better na be piatum. Mama Chelsea win, Mama Man City win.
Yeah, said the Ebesiako with regards to the FA Cup matches, and also Bashirinti possibly between your Man City Chelsea final and the FA Cup. Yemrefi na into also FM3. Now in Sana watching and the Black Stars of Ghana head coach. Carlos Queiroz and so Ebedru Ghana money on video na kosuma and central for Ekeshiano Emma will be signing questions among somebody we be pa na Enra we've seen this video you say Enra Penino and in the back rooms I was the Black Galaxies they are the different local Black Stars no also some preparations in general the Accra Sports Stadium the new Black Stars coach and then the assistants no na honum including the FA president Mr. Kett Edwin Simon Okreku no nyina honum monitor game Kett area to say baby I didn't do no walk up na dream nyina yem fire support Emma Carlos Queiroz
to introduce him to all of you being involved and to ask for your support because each one of you here do a lot of hard work behind the scenes before success is achieved on the pitch. So our mission here, he needs our support, he needs your support, and he needs all of us to continue working hard to make sure that we achieve success on the pitch for Ghana. So on behalf of the team from the FA, we thank you for all the support over time, and we want to respectfully ask you to continue to offer us your support as we begin a new chapter with our new kid on the block. He's the youngest.
I know I am Mr. Kett Edwin Simon Okreku, the FA president, and I ask for support from all Ghanaians and the Ama coach Carlos Queiroz. Name and now be the Kaka say coach no echo the Black Galaxies omu training echo heavy. Now Black Galaxies omu assistant coach your friend say Godwin Atram. And also ekakra players they say coach ne bana wa ba hono challenging to them and omo because World Cup no still Ghana enya name in the final squad.
For showing their best to the new coach that is on board. It's up to them, opportunity number. Everyone is saying they have to include local players. We have assembled them and we are giving them the best of knowledge that they can use in the game. So right now, the ball is in their court to showcase their talent with a new coach so that they can also have the opportunity to go to the World Cup. We have the quality. These are the same boys representing Ghana against South Africa. And based on what we saw in South Africa, a top country, almost more qualified to the world. Also, they were playing the AFCON and they couldn't beat this team. They struggled to did this thing 1-0, which was a slight mistake in the midfield that they capitalized on it and scored the goal. I think these players are more a long way to go. They are very good. The only thing that they needed is exposure. That is all. They need exposure only because environment can also beef up a player performance. The only thing that they needed is exposure. That is all. So if they have been given the chance, if the chances are not coming, how are you going to see the player and never to not perform? But your man with chance now on your exposure now. If the player doesn't do it, then one that will say, oh, player way nothing. And I said, but I bet you there are so many qualities in these boys that can also do what bring something to Ghana. The head coach them both play on the ground. That's why we want to see the training today and then also watch them. Obi selected player Ochina or Bono based on what he is looking for. He is looking at a different lady. He wants to see a player touching the ball, moving to space, supporting attack or something. How a player, foreign liner will stop a build up from the opponent. How he will set his triggers in high pressing. So it will depend on strikers. It will depend on midfielders how they will block the central passes and the defenders how they also take care of their box and the back of outside the box. So the coach, who principles in them, I'm sure he can pick about 4 or 5 because it's a coach that has been working everywhere that he goes. He works with local players. So all will depend on the players if they are applying the principles in the attacking, in possession and out of possession, what they are going to do as football players. I'm sure that this coach will give a lot of them a chance. In Mexico, the full squad of the professionals. So I'm sure in account you prepare in quite way so that some of them will represent the country with the professionals. Because in your FIFA day, we want to be in a place. So those who will be able to come as the ones that we have here, then more represent the country. The opportunities sometimes come at once. You have to show. But the only thing I'm saying, I would like to say is that if they are coach, training or match, we be performing
right. I know Black Galaxy's assistant coach Gordon Atram on Coach Carlos Queiroz and the team no kopie Black Galaxy's training session and I know how important it is for the players. Say an opportunity because the head coach is there. And Ubia can say coach opportunities to local players. And also say wherever these coaches are in terms of the national assignments, local players opportunity into we and players like I said also almost sampa deserve say ebit me ako.
Yeah, many knows to be sir Hubert Joe or Yeren Hoka Krebia, he'll be in the good books of the coach.
Okay.
Of the Carlos Queiroz name call for.
Okay, sir. On one day on Bako Mexico match and say Galaxy.
Also Mexico the top players.
Yeah. I understand some more these boys are more David Odrone.
Yeah.
Isa.
Of course. Until we have to rely on the second fiddle. But also Adeba Akwa say you're forgetting say Galaxy's na senior level team.
Yeah.
And junior level team, a senior level team. It's equivalent to the Black Stars. But only say unsa hano football no omomwa broche no more advanced than ye had no. And we first of all look at players who are playing in foreign for this top team first. But Andy see nobody can tell me Maxwell say play a bio ball Europe bia they say play or ball Ghana and no cre. But they mo bebre na Europe ni yade. And the ama bebre ko Europe ni say e bia age time and a chance na buy na the bia mimi age ni ntimi ntumi nko but and the bia wo age ubetumi akọ. But e bia na minim bossing. Minim say what's my argument na say. E bi so ho a opportunity no nyae. 18 to me the move koye. Inti me Maxwell, despite the fact that our league has not been the best, but I still don't think that we don't have good players in the league. Because the young shares are the way. Also Brazilian players echo Europa. First Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Rivaldo, okay, Roberto Carlos, Mills, money ade. Brazilian players all over Europe were the best, Anamebwa. But not players in Brazil. Or mobile Brazil league, league and compare the European league. But when they go and bring the players from Brazil, not by European league, they become the best. The question is why? And yet talent in organization of the league is very, very important. How well our markets, investments are pay dividends. Because for all you know, Andy Minimbo, but page now or in your page, I made to my rondo sinibia. Mean to me, but obu onim bon se me ba ne page ne ya obetuma rondo enti saa ne oma ni nyina ka ho officiate ne saa ne oma ni nyina ka ho ene ma league ne AFA enti what I'm trying to say is that coach onim the foreign Ghanaian player because not necessarily so about matches obey your data FA be provide data of all these Ghanaian players and then omo ya well so enti se menyo say menyo say coach be kwa data bia answer one who say menyo ana meboa there is no data to see kudus and some of these players omo so person or omo no obenya data no nya data no betuma he omo clips because the time is very short. Obetuma internet video analysts, they can analyze and see the strength and the weakness of the players. Beba local handia adding. It's that if that is the case, no wahadia, he needs to go to their camp. No nanga said the near. So they were okay with him. And they also asked the Galaxy coaches, who are those boys who are very, very good? Almost few said Black Stars cry from Mumbai to Miabo. Me case me hwemenim eno mu name certain players secretly ena broni so on the ono ane ne call for nyina so ba behwe enyo so name na omo afọ omo so ba be dey abehwe omo training ni bi no omo dey ahwe those boys ni those that they will pick and for all you know a bit menya 1 2 3 4 play because me dey me say Benjamin Asare so a local goalkeeper no da me boa se broni ni best announce sana and the broni dey decision but oya dey say abrofo no omo abrochi no omo blasters when it is clear. So if that is the case, I know there's a maximum mechanic record. It means that you bring 2 or 3 players bia and you do mushe bombebo. And I Chris the last time I catch us all World Cups ya going na. All the local players here more opportunity na excelled. Blasters local players are again aside that from Samir J Jojo Umoba local players here more opportunity na Hindu amuna. Don't forget Joe Henrich mo mbacho they all excelled. Enti a good say coach no nim foreign for no na all say ye aduma hwe say bi obenya 1 or 2 because me say sa heart of lions are defender aban no onimbobo na me won say teams are kese no say omo top player ebia na Randy Farm onimbobo pa onu say o man a chance obebo say Razak Simpson ye man a chance we also that is not bad
and I'm sure say coach no be sako because no more Black Galaxy know a friendly game against Ediana. Ombe Ediana will game 4 p.m.
Sa match no. Eti omu wie bi ombe pick 1 or 2. Nightly wenya idea about the local boys. Nti bi e ko ba say Mexico games no wenya the stars na some of these boys will play. And Andy me feel say no so be a big opportunity. Ebi say Salim Adam say there Mediama. Na say Kevin Kroma Kra call Hull City trial but say Kevin Kra he has played for the team. Wa Bob Laxas and then match of boy no. We were very okay. And most often no a ball ye kobo a chances and opportunities. And I'm sure say 1 or 2 of them no able to make that opportunity. So I think the coach is really into work. And also a national team coach and Uko baby I want to advise the rest of the national team. I think that we are ne omudins are also it's going to work out well for us.
Reason, my name is Oka Krewia.
And when some kind say national team no local players no you hear 10, you hear 5, you hear baako kura can make a difference. Na see a league wagana hase pa ni esi nya just 1 player. Ye ko World Cup. Ni nya 1 player from that league in India. Any league ni mu no. Many new be anya adwin say yemma blasters no yentwa ekuta say be 26 players ye dey ko World Cup na yemfa 6 emma local players me no be anya adwin sa me say World Cup no and a blasters call up no it should be based on merit not based on where you play. And once you play a local league in Intino as a automatic slot into the blasters ayasa na one ma omo musia kan wa man no a disadvantage. Yen nyina yem compete. Yen nyina based on our levels. We choosing who is the best in a specific A position.
On merit.
Yeah, but Ghana has say Ghana Premier League abaya ma club will be at 10 billion. Ebo league. Near see selected 26 players to the World Cup. Now apart from goalkeeper, outfield player yenya bakupe say bi so okay team no ho ami akọ World Cup no dia then you begin to question yourself say boy ben in Nkrumah saying if my memory will serve me right every World Cup ya could be ano. In your local player man could be. At least if you 1 or 2 local players be I'm not World Cup ni be. The last World Cup, you free bani man could be. A free bani any Kotoko keeper lad. Even though they did not play, but they made a squad. And say a team to level say after you cut to the point that we are now moving from 2 to 0 there. Then obetimi summarize ka kire and say ye local league na ye bono coach di. Na no kwasema da bia obi asoro so beka because of whatever reasons I don't even know. Adwuma ndi me no ye ne say ye hu ne kure ne enka ne kure nche omo aso omo ye adwuma no. Ghana Premier League no ma say no. Ghana Premier League na me no mienu start bia na ye hwe bi no. Me say now timi tue sika se okohwe Emba Power. Emba. Okohwe team no duro. House of folk na say kura later stages kura no you get certain players bia wo tue sika akohwe omo. Mahat motu nya na say yen. By ne utia sika akohwe house of folk game one goalkeeper no say asibi e kire ofo nwa. House midfield abena ode wa excited Adding to Quaco has attack a bay and then Tintina Utiesica Aquaco Hebo. Maybe Quaco has a footballer, I almost sent back in the menu. Ali Muhammad and Sessibi. And they are goalkeeper.
Sorry.
Kotoko High.
Hubejo.
Hubejo were inconsistent, and Naye or Chinanye. Almost strike a year or Koyo or Sabai, Abetamwa, inconsistent. Ah, Memorana na India no moon. Nano Buani Padum. Shilla last and then Shilla Eliasunum. Mahema Kilo say Emba, any you see for last a chipsa.
Tiku.
Mahestim no drew. Kotokofa, draft for Captain B. We are finishing.
Racism.
Mabondi. Samna no mujina park so ba. Andy, enyo bi na ka se tuesika ko stadium ko he bolu. Samna no kra no wo he TV so enye de se wo stadium. Ba na league na ye boni nyina no. Me ka che obi na me obi wa bonte na ye bantam ka che so okay. O si emfa 10 o so emfa local players enko. Me say off head. Give me 10 local players who see who deserve to say Omunko blaster team no want me am watere offered and Kabadista league ni ya I was saying Kenya more than 10 local players into the national team because in foreign based players no so asa
me person me voice be back treasure asema okay week we malam ya asem ya okai wo de just listen to this one na about to aswa ma wasema wo kana cry very easy and simple. TNT Malam Yaya.
Almost say Ghana football, a calm anchor. Who say Ghana football? Who might be Basa, Black Star Ebasa, national team Ebasa. Some coaches be or Ghana has it, or we are stubborn crowd. Who say or more reactive or touchline. But still, near to me from one national team crowd. Oh, still now, I'm only referee Kuntakwa, I'm only referee a fight or touchlines, but still, I'm only call up for national team. On no move. Then I hear baby Quano, let's hear baby pay and once. Then I can Kakabia as a malam. Bibia is a malam. Bibia is a malam. Me go on me coach to Ghana. Me continue because me continue and they be a punishment. But it is the best thing in the equity. Because me meet me you come. Ube sisimia. I will tell you. Make us natural. And yet did the attempt and you be. I make the fact natural. Ube sisimia. Meet me you come. Ube sisimia. Me family boom. Now you who say be a me yadi anasisi. And yes I know. Ube fair. Ne share me a fine. Why fair? But ube sisimia kwande I will talk. And Jimmy Kaza so na be punishment. I said the best thing in the media na matrembe.
Otie the Oshase na.
Enyo nkwana I express the same frustrations. Tony Eboue leave Ghana football because of the same frustrations. Andy enka Tony Eboue no me nkrofo anka Ghana football be hia omo. Their expertise, their money, any omo connections omo nya no. Imagine Tony Eboue owning a football club in this country. And the connection be no ni. Tony Eboue can pick a phone. Ni play mate be coaches in Germany. Open air sponsorship. Tony Eboue can lead you. But Ghana Premier League the system no frustrated manager. System nankasa akwase kaba yatiku ena ade onka ye ho na fra bontin be hyemu a ye nkwasa befa kwai bi so ama wankasa wa frim
nia wa na wa pa be atena
bo na ye no ene unni sika ho ntimi nya bo sika ni unsemu a bo no capital intensive players hwe logistics coaches are betu yamuka even accommodation and transportation alone can even kill you
for matches.
It's a senka onye sikafo na kom na be investing. PSG, Man City, any Chelsea be big nyina no. Enye sikafo investment.
That's the one no ni nyina sikafo no mukutokuta class.
Ba kromo ase sikafo be wura Ghana football no mu a na system na yumo pie.
So ofie for person ball for no ma ba Ghana football.
Kasbin be ye ball.
Ojai.
Kasbin be ye ball ojai
stadium nyina.
Si hu stadium ojai. Na Kasbin be ye ball na ojai no. We are sure say despite where Kasbin na oba be Ghana football. Eka obi ti say Kasbin be ye Ghana football na obure mu no. Eka system no support no. E ma no succeed ya. Canada sikani bi ti be bi da bi akoeko yi wo de ball na yi me so me kwa akoye bi. Me say papa ko sindum oni me bi se mo kan onu ni hu aso be Ghana football. But these are the people Ghana football ehia omo. In fact, these are the people football need. But here the omo mo sikani diskane bana. Once you don't belong to our cabal, only member of yen group ni die, and we are going to use the whole system. Me are frustrate you. Now mo ko omo so among your cabal no. Enso ni sika ometimi de ebo no. Timaso ye madam fo. Oni sika ba me bona ma football club na ama boys na bre. Andi enye madam fo o sika ono betimi ebo no but mema ono ni tim na dey agu. Me say new coach awabai. Any call up, final call up. Any call walk up no. Na ye nya one single outfield player. Say dia Benjamin Asare die. Me so say ni slot almost cemented. But he Benjamin Asare si o. Na outfield players. Ye nya baako kra from the local league. Abai must call the FA and question their investment into the Ghana Football Association. Because untimi invested this much. Na ehun fa evaso bia maso. Enei maso yemi say ehun say in 2 years to come, in 3 years to come. Na by a assessment of baby odi sika akosha. Ghana Premier League na by ni sika akosha mu no. Emfaso be na by betina kase bi nya free so. You are not getting players. Your purchases are no good. Referees are bad. Coaches are terrible. It is kind of by the share local league. No, dear the local league. No, I yama Sensicano. Dear na yama buying. Me am expecting the coach to get at least 1, 2, 3 maximum. I saw number 3 cry. Medema left back. So Cassie on net and wide now. On your bad player. On your bad. So to compare the Gideon Mensah left back now. Give that boy opportunity. Give that boy opportunity. 1 or 2 be or more. Razak Simpson, no, see a kind of man, your friend Blaster call up against South Africa. He played so well. The Yami said, your man call up in Rieno, Yan Twaso.
Na Salim so ya de chela so so de biom.
Yes.
Salim Adams medium on a bebo free kicks am Ghana team na oro.
That is why we have a new coach Onimu bia. A coach need a fresh idea. Onimu bia e ro aka say obia no a owo permanent shirt in the Blasters. So obia any permanent shirt in the Blasters there. The chance say every Ghanaian player bia na o deserve a call up no e benya equal opportunity. And we local league no more. you bet me at least bear 3 beer
5 grand
Omura blaster team they can make an impact. Coach in Swaka Andy Madea Bakwa football uni. Who you coach? You don't have permanent friends and you have no permanent enemies. The only thing I have permanent air friends air resource. The same supporters now, ye heli uneno. My resource means and nine being covered. The same supporters will turn against you.
Yeah.
Supporters are only friends to a good football and good resource. I'm very happy say coach in him. So by also when you support Ghana for supporting Ghana for the Sahani ho.
So go catch and say the Ghana for any so failure be fire the brutal.
Sahani it once waba Ghana for aji watu no ye nyi wuntu mu. We ho ntira Ghana for so ho so. What juma na wo baye no e na be kire whether we are going to endorse you or not. Ye dey support be mano. But support no na number 6. And number 3. And his formation. Ni nyina a coach no responsibility. And it is up to the coach. So best scout it. Or by expanding the net in wide. Na play bia or ya available bia nanka first previously no. Na emma those place opportunity no. This coach will cast the net wide, give them the opportunities, and let these players also justify their inclusion into the team. And one here.
Yentie coach J. Sapon, Mato Tier, Adam for J. Sapon, I say Ghana Premier League, I able to come say no. First round nipple. First round nipple. Second round, hey, Nkoso, Yentie coach J. Sapon on this one.
About Ali, I've always been telling people that Ghanaian League is placed only in the first round. Second round is anything.
Shapiro. The fireman.
Shapiro say Ghana Premier League in the first round.
Second round. I said you are kidding, you cry, I dream grass yes, and I heard you might be a year like consistently almost every year. Too recurring for you to draw that conclusion. Maybe might not be the case. What I say. But Senya only say action they say speaks louder than words. When they are matured. Ain't it? Normal way see this is now sense we are when they see this year and consistently you'll be tempted to believe that because the question is that the referees have been very poor all these years. Nothing is being done to address the situation. Everyone is you suspended 3 games, no aquaba, no asambe the same thing. Players who goes be a say Nisa and your money and they take a shine away from your game. It's my culture, so you might have very good players talented. But when the game's no more ball, or serious, no more bonny anyhow, it also takes the shine away. Him being a coach now, I can something to make no. Or saying now that then. So should I say? Just saying now, but then. Since him being a coach, be on one cassa, also coach teams by his own himself. Let me say Ghana crowd coach is only coach a saka the baby pa in the Israel Ghana. Or coach it ya sa pam ne pa. Only pam ne yes so onyadio. By say also or no can of no adibi or so nti o muntu ni adwuma. Who say coach David Duncan nti no TV no.
Is it Malam? I also did it.
Malam, I also did it. Malam, I oh, no, ni Bobo Wandy.
I was or no who are Becanintino. Oh, yeah, referee is no carpet. Yeah, suspended. Yeah, punishing.
About as a player about Dortmund. Atamana Kufo bought your friend is saying Bayern. No, we said die classic and na or no so a bought my Dortmund. Then later Ibrahim Tank was go count. Malaya no massa ball now I rasta na no one get in favor of ball and yezo. I say Ibrahim Razak on sa boy bina no what youth level okay. Ghana rasta guy be Freddie Ibrahim Razak. Hey Malaya don't go there or touch ball cry na Ghana obiasi yes Malaya am hey no ni ball papa and papa area be coach or Ghana here. This is my papa na I basano.
Obisi when catch bombom say oh sa nema we wit now. There be audio so say onko coaching no betimi aye. Sometimes you can go train no abahasi.
Yeah.
Officiate ne nema bi e be koso no. E be sa so wonya de.
Me no ya adwene ba bombom wo ye wi anya Ghana nkwa na obebo. Onye we Asian countries na sa ti wo betimi akochiri.
Maso
Eti men yen sa
coaches
na amebo at that time no things will change. So we be your mom also they will not be there forever. But what I say, and also the same system no. There are other guys who my coach and they are more black stars more moyere. Or munyeska or more way too quiet.
So how do you oko partner obi so?
Would you
partner system no se sia dey out dey can na make us mu. The way nim say obi on ma. Ono okoka be in favor of the FA. Ye nim pa say ye kapa position ade ama no e bi Ghana football ho ba bi no. National team be position be ade ama no. Nipa ipa ne body monso.
Yeah.
Nanso so I said oh ni nua o bi or godfather wa ha.
Eye on se makatro se saade na ye Ghana fo nyina suban. Eno ntina ndia na menta emble although what FA or people are doing is not right, but when you go into politics is there. Okwa edumeme wo. Okwa ebusuamu wo. Eye ya ye suban. And the yen twade. Since one day say okoye minister impress Albania okoye ya wo fase fo ne wefo nyina de pressure beto so uwi a ukro ekura wo free mu no a ebi kro mo mfi hu no or ahemfo de pressure beto so nje bia me say me free da man no eda da man for the pressure beto be so anasema make am boa because ye ba no we ko do sa level are intina say ye yi obi say minister no ko betina na ye na namon ba chawa tsa all over the country no bia ye nyina ye frantuma ba bia na ye koja no na ye koja kwa. It is our culture. Enti unya ba ya sa pressure na ebe banti to force you to do what you don't want to do. E wa yen so ba be ni pa bone. Ti asade no oh my it is a culture na a way of life. Fan say wa be minister na ufio ebia minister of employment but uji na ufio wo fa se for 3 we university o mo kuto masters uni ama na mfrɛ maybe so as o mo mfrɛ no mo mfrɛ obetumi academy enti se o pesa wo ye no nokure ma since wo ye sei o mefra ye bebo dimbo no be ko se busua kra fa ho tan na wo ye ne ye bompai anasema make awon me nya adwene enti you be forced to do that. Enti mebo
what happens is that enipa mienu na epe adwuma ba ko ye me wo faase ba ko nye me wo faase the onye me wo faase no e much more qualified than the onye me wo faase no ba be hwemu no nam the adwuma man me wo faase a or less qualified than the onye me wo faase no.
Exactly.
People would then begin to question why you made that appointment. That is what happens. Now when nepotism and I can was football it happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Now say okofa or friends, cronies, family and friends. And if they come and they perform well, nobody will even identify as family and friends.
Exactly the point.
But it becomes a problem when the family and friends now were appointed or come and they fail.
Exactly.
Ghanaians are not interested in family and friends. They are only interested in resource. When I become a president one day, Nasa meba and a vice. Me want fase ebe finance minister. Me want fase ebe interior minister. Ne ebe wiye no Ghana enko IMF da. Ghana BB Ekoswa. We are sure say Ghana for a much more interested in my point to
no. Say
so the only problem time people began ebenya issues is when the people you appoint, number one, omunye qualified.
Yeah.
Number two, omunye qualified now odi adwuma no mo no omun stand timi nye and also ntimi mpam wo mo. And that's what happens at the FE. Even when the person is qualified, odi adwuma no man no ntimi nya, nothing prevents you from sacking the person. And in most cases, the job is given to people less qualified. Portfolio what you say no way. Adwuma no any portfolio ni adama no eso sene no. But near the amano just because we're a friend and cronies of the FE.
Yeah.
Sure. Asemna malam ya yakan. Any asemna coach sapona kan. Ghana Football Association pa omunfre omu. Because we brings the game into what? Disrepute. And once they are coaches, you call them. But I am very sure Ghana Football Association cannot call them because Ofre or more, and they will open the Pandora box. Utie ko James Apona also wankasa ne meaning that time no ye coach or practical evidence bibi says here. Yanti Kroma say no be a go no TV. Footballer no yentia ne ka. Je adwumani ye atifie. Na obi a go e woni di mu ebesi na sa game no and the onum say Ghana Football Association yentwa mu from the records.
The question is
yeah, but Ghana Premier League. Goalkeeper kwayeto. Goalkeeper. Timika jo say game way o pe goalkeeper. Me so me pe dey results. Etienye game no 4-3. Now player na pe goalkeeper no and set 3 goals. Na me win game no. Yemwie no yebete yeti before the game. Yemwie no na player na all pre goalkeeper no and the wabo hat-trick. Na the team na Lucy. Na the other team na win 4-3. Wanya obia de ne de ko. Now, you are behaving like ostriches. Okusi, bado nata bontin. We are ready no. Me now me. I am not a stakeholder in Ghana Football Association. More we are stakeholders, more say more dia, and the stakeholders are more like shareholders who. If shareholders say emfasoba adwuma no so a na munya bie. Say adwuma ni igua mo investment asay. And omo aso na say no. Okay, yade no a DCOP Kofi Boachi was a day. No forgive me.
No, that's so.
Also by Ghana Football Association adwuma.
Yeah.
De manager was the Ghana Football Association entangled with friends and cronies.
Jono ka asema no so aye ni say.
Eti we anya asem na o ne beka no. De wanya asem no, de obeka asem no yen na damfo. Se me ye tifia say asem aba. E na me beka asem no. Andi na anya asem, andi na oba manim ye madamfo. Ghana Football Association no andi. Omo ye born na no, e na sa forming committees. Omo ye born na no, omo na sa forming committees. Eju be no na ESCO, executive committee member or club. And the executive committee member no say soro pa o. Na ni football club enya asem. Na ko a disciplinary committee member na oteso no obetimi ahwe ESCO member nanim asime buarefo. And na akoso saa ende na mo amoye bo no mo na mo asem ba mo na mo ka mo na mo didi mo ho. And about stage bi no de akoye ne say ombesa obeye ba wa anya egu team yesese mo nyina nipa nyina da ne moa na de wa na ne bia omo nyina da ne moa ne wia ombechi wawe. So system na odem no e bia ombesa nka obeye ba wa anya obi a fix match wo ne nye ho ombesa obeye ba amanfo atwa ho nyia hia nyina no eye omo ye ni nyina no wan for so anya bia o team ni begu. So you be forced to do it me say Alaji Gusa dare them or Congress ase someone mote them ase nyina no wa wo so ntua bribe no ma wonsa so obi antimi amane nsa so we coaches me na akasa if you think that I want to give them match form I go give them fia call them charge them.
Now say as a make a problem a woman say some of these coaches so say can finish so form said your mafa we mona or mom or on come so nkasa ho Ghana no be obia ni interest obia kuta ni interest no denam and now bani akacho so blood is thicker than the water Christian asema kan yo wo de waka nka ne kwan mu a paper so sa na tio but practically engagement wo ma me pani ana wo say mommy ni wo kra de odi na de be fro say baba moja mu odru say ensuo mebo or kind are you be forced to 10 patterns
but your edumana da requirement masters ntin ba cho akora na o ba no so kra masters
amana nyina ekuta masters
anti woba
anti wo kan ya wo ma me a wo na no ate wase say ntia
na so kra masters they are fine but so only the requirement I will tell you that there's a requirement according
omu nyina requirement be a baako
effective than
they will give it here mami nkasa mjo ombe more family press ama obeye de anyesa
mostly when you employ a family member or you qualified I'm not for any problem the only problem about is that people employed family members friends and cronies are qualified at the expense of what mom qualified or mom the proper expertise near the mountain chain. But as soon as you madam fo, but me dey compare as soon as you onye madam fo a, the onye madam fo ni madwuma se dey madam fo no, but me father dey madam fo because of madam fo.
Okay. Enya na yen fancy na yen sorry na afi no yen kwato aye weekend so me a couple of birthdays wa ha. I say me wish ni nyina na yekọ yenim papa. The ka no efri konkula bi say a birthday wish to a brother, a friend and my buddy in crime, Kingsley Kwabena Minta, aka Ken Diego, aka Mr. 18.
Hey, Ken Diego,
yeah.
Hey, my body.
Oh, okay.
Ken Diego.
Okay.
Oh,
happy birthday to you from Kokulabi.
Kaje kwa gusa wankanje Ken Diego say kwa trante tiwenti no. Onye na.
I say na oye part of Steven Apia U17 squad. And later mo airdrop you Ken Diego, happy birthday to you. Nyakopon show. Sanso and Big Joe, a police in our SWAT department and a strong listener of this show. Big Joe and your birthday.
Birthday.
I think Friday no frame. Big Joe, happy birthday to you. Nyakopon show. Have a wonderful day today. Sanso and I will say happy birthday to Apeja Hema of Atebubu and midwife. Oman Fadi Dina and Kahobat and Apeja Hema of Atebubu and midwife from Bungusman. And we see young wishes our birthday winty. Now happy birthday to you. Nyakopon Yokesiapa. ABM also happy birthday to Jennifer Deborah with Emmanuel. And I will say young show a special happy birthday on this show. To Jennifer, happy birthday to you. Sanso and I will also say if we now say or say happy birthday to Oba Julie and so dina wodande. Your 5 day we so na yin wish Oba Julie and so a special happy birthday today. Afe yanko eyenamo hospital eho ena Mrs. Grace Oye enso eye juma ene eye Mrs. Grace Oye enso awoda ti yen 5 day we so ne wish happy birthday for Richard and I say yen wish no a happy eye birthday enfamano. So and I will say happy birthday to Sergeant Gerald Donko, Oye police officer. Na Nana Atoya St. Peter. And was saying Sergeant Gerald Donko our police officer, and so a happy birthday today. And I'm afraid you're 9 years, a friend of Genesis, a queer ade, and when you're 9 years. Now, if we were for Unianum, anyway, we shall phone and I almost see him fap you every day. We see Genesis, a happy birthday to you. Young Queen, or say, happy birthday to Madame Abena Ejapoma, Madame Abena Eni, na from Mama Clinton, Priscilla, and Angela, and almost a net a water into almost 2 amani ever pure if they wish never show a happy birthday. And we also say, Yenfa Emma Matilda Poma Asantewa Dorona from Abenatili, Oye police officer, CID office, Kenya police station, Kwabre, and our Tilly. And your birthday, happy birthday to you. And finally, Kodiama Moisha, our Macru, and Kwame, a CM show, a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Moisha. Na Yankasian Kupo, in shop, and I said, Wisdom, AC Etienne well. Yan fan, Diano in C. Na Yan say, Yankupo Yaduma on Monday in Yabasabe to us. Na dia Kenya na ere husem enso etu ediaba but Christian nyame ya aduma we dey ejare cha me actually ana me send ediama nyame ya aduma e be kwa yi ti Christian and Max onyina mu nye quick on the 2nd of May na awotwe ye be ko Brekum Mix Park Frank Ruby Jr. Yes, Frank Ruby Jr. Mami.
Okay.
Everywhere 1 week.
Okay.
Yeah, Nyakupo Yaduma. And then I will change. Will Brekum. Osi. Maku Brekum.
Okay, Maku
Brekum. If we acquire how many hours?
Let's say 2.5.
Let's see a bit more program. Let's say
2.5.
It's a 2 hours.
Straight. Say would King Crew.
Yeah.
Kinebe.
Ti Frank Ruby Jr. na ne ma we friend no Ajoa Henewa. Na Junior Cas kware ne ma me fa so frima. Ha adwene pa. Na onu se Junior ne ma me 1 week that same day na so no. Ne nana oba panyi mata efi enketia. Ono so 1 week the same date. Junior mama ne na nyina really a big blue part in Junior. Okay, eventually mama was say Christian Maxwell na also utie no yera wase send nso ojebre eni adwuma meri eri Andrew so betia from Yanika say Yakopo yard be say share on Monday na de obia no ye de ho nkomo enso de ba yenyi ye so hwe ne yankoso amompai Yakopo Israel onka ho onye adom na weekend yi on fire ntwa ye prayer topics nyina na prayer points nyanya kupon enye emfamaye. Enjoy your weekend yakra mu nyina.